sacrifice was held at when I was.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Slip Encounter Podcast in the Kenichi Bed Studio. I'm with Golden Boy.
What's up, cuz?
What's up?
First, before we start. Yeah, do I look nice with my Kenichi Bear hoodie? Feel too sexy for my shirt today, but I still have on the shirt. But anyways, happy birthday to you, bro, man.
Thank you.
Proud of you, man.
Thank you.
You old ass man. Anywho, and also as you see, our guy, our brother in here, BINK. And BINK, just so you know that I'm gonna treat him with the same disrespect that I treat you when he say some bullshit. I'm gonna get up and walk out just like I do when you here. Okay, love, give me hugs. All right, love you, man. All right, now back to the bullshit. Go ahead.
So the topic we got today is the Errol Spence. And
Oh
Keith-
no. See already with the. Oh, nah. You know what? It's your birthday. It's strike one. It's all right. I'll stay here. No, strike one. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this with you, man. I'm so serious. I'm so serious right now. I'm not doing this with you, bro. I done did this damn topic for how many weeks now?
No, that's the Keith Thurman. Keith
I
Thurman,
don't give a
Errol
damn
Spence.
about that either. I don't care. I don't. Look, you got me putting on my shit the wrong way. Look, man, I don't care about none of that. I don't. Look, you know what? This thing that get me. Firstly, matter of fact, this is a perfect time for me to address something. I was gonna put it on my story and leave it at that, but you know what? Save it for the show. People sitting there talking all this junk about they saying Bud is. You know how some of these podcasts they dick pullers. They just want to go past whatever the topic is. Like, oh, this is where everybody on majority. I'm gonna go the opposite way just to get the likes and the clicks. But it's funny to me. People saying Bud lying, Bud scared, all this other stuff. And he turned down this contract. But the thing is, though, I remembered some of these same podcasts. You know who you are. You know who you are. The same podcast, Nietzsche, were doing this when Big Country, Deontay Wilder, when Big Country was trying to fight AJ. This exact same thing happened. When Big Country went to that meeting with Eddie Hearn, damn near the same thing happened. This gonna be your biggest payday, yada yada yada. All Big Country said, he's like, all right, y'all want to give him majority, y'all want to have the UK, whatever, cool. I just need to have full transparency. So I know this is what I'm supposed to get. And how much is AJ getting? No, I can't do that. Can't do that. And these same dudes was sitting there riding Deontay Wilder's jock like a rodeo show. Sitting there saying, yeah, we back on. But then the same thing about damn near 70% similar at the least is happening with Truth and Bud. And this, oh man, Bud's on some bull. To even the point where you heard me for months. You've heard me sit there for months to say, yeah, man, I think Bud might have slightly faster feet, a little bit more crafty, but Lord knows his weight class for a reason. He get hit by Earl, it could be a whole different ballgame. But they saying I was on, I was a Bud fanboy, knowing how I break down boxing, I go down both sides. That's why little cuz was laughing, because he like, because I sat there and said, if he get caught, it's over. It's over. But now that's over with. And now we moving in Keith Thurman. I know Keith Thurman got to be sitting back like this, just licking his chops. Like, yeah, you loving me now, huh? Go ahead now, make sure my payday right. All right, make sure my dressing room is real big, spacious. Need to be like the size of an apartment. I bet you keep it, because you know how Keith Thurman, he's just soaking all of this up right now. Now he's getting the contract. And it's like, okay, we all know what's gonna happen with this fight. I don't see him. He got enough pop to keep, make Earl respect him for a little bit. But as he gets to the later rounds, Earl starts shifting to certain sides and hitting that body. It's gonna be it's over with.
Yeah. You think the fight's gonna happen though?
I think that got a better chance of happening than the Keith thing. Than Bud. I think that would have a better chance happening.
Yeah, I don't think the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence are gonna happen no time soon at all.
Who told you that though?
Who told me that?
Who told you that? Who did you hear say that for months, sir?
I mean, I heard you say that. I heard you say that.
Thank
but I'm
you.
saying like,
thank
that's
you.
been a thing for a while.
Miss K, don't start, Miss K. All right, because I'm doing this for us. And all the licks that he done gave, I'm getting them back, okay? Just let me work, okay? Let me work. I'm just saying. I said that for however long. Matter of fact, let's be real here. I'm not even going to talk much because really off camera, we all was saying that. Like, if it happens, cool. But none of us in this studio really thought that joint was going to happen. Like, cut and dry. Oh, yeah, this is going to happen. Now, because like I said, I'm not staying on this topic. Now we got Sweet Hands and David. They signing to fight each other. They got the deal done. And honestly, they signing it at the right time. They built it up for years since they got into it in the training camp. When I don't think have you ever seen that footage?
Nah.
So okay. I don't know exactly how it started, but it's still on YouTube. So if David's in street clothes, looking like a drug boss coming in the gym. Sweet is training. He's trained. Like you can see him, no shirt on, still has his taping gauze and everything. And Sweet tried to come over from what it looks like, trying to like mediate it or whatever. It was what's going on, whatever. And Jose, big bro, steps in front of David and go, yeah, man, nah, you talking all this shit. Like, what's up, whatever. And I think it's Caleb, because I haven't watched it in so long. I think Caleb's trainer or something, I think they were going at him, and he's like, and Caleb's like, look, guys, just relax. You don't need to be this, whatever. And as it starts to build up more and more, Caleb, like, they keep getting closer to Caleb. Caleb's like, no, look, we don't need this. Like, yo, just relax. Let's just relax, yo. And next thing you know, Caleb went, all right, you know, look, man, don't need it. But just straight up stole on him. And the next, all hell break loose. And they kind of kept them separated too many bodies. Everything's going fast at one time. Been in them situations, everything's going fast at that moment. And everything just cuts off. Then they catch each other. I think it was at the back of the Barclays Center. You know, they doing the usual boxing stuff, jawing back and forth, who gonna fight what, whatever. But if you take that from then and back then when that happened, they were still moving up the ladder. I think that's when David was still either he had just finished fighting or about to fight my close friend, Big Phil. He was about to fight Big Phil, I think. And then shortly after, so Caleb's turning that corner as a professional too. He's a little bit higher than David at that time. And then now you get both of them winning titles. The Ronald Gabriel situation with David, fighting those two fights. And then Sweet Hands just keeps climbing and climbing. So it's like, this is like perfect. It's like at the apex. Same thing I used the example with Mr. Ray and Tommy Hearns. I always bring up that story where my dad was training with all this stuff. You can watch this on Legendary Nights. Everything I'm about to say, you can see it on there. Where they were gonna fight in 80. They were not gonna fight in 81. They were gonna fight in 80. I think the summer of 80. And basically, Angelo and Manny stopped that from happening. And Angelo and Manny said, no, I turned Hearns down. I knew this was going to be a big, big promotion. So I told both of y'all, just keep knocking out each other's opponents and let it build up for another year. And two, back then it was different because guys were fighting every 3 months. Back then, if you fought, I watched the thing with Hector Camacho when they was like, he only fought 4 times last year, which is not that. I'm like, bro, I wish dudes would fight 4 times a year at the highest level these days. Like, shoot. But that's how it was back then. So all you needed was that one extra year. Yeah. So I think honestly with them fighting, it's perfect timing, perfect apex. I don't know the contract stuff. I haven't really been told that yet. Like how was the negotiations, what's going on, whatever. I can't wait to hear it. So I don't even really want to go deep into that because I want to wait till I hear stuff. But I want to see what you think about it stylistically. What you think about Sweet fighting David and the styles?
I mean, I haven't really watched neither of them that much.
What?
Yeah, I don't really watch boxing like that.
Oh, I watch, you just hurt my heart. Oh God, I can't do this with you.
I probably watch like main event fights, but I don't really watch boxing like that because, like when it's a constant thing that you're doing, you don't really want to say it all the time. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
And I never thought I was gonna be like that. I thought I would never be like that, but I actually am. People gonna be like, "What?" But no, I'm actually like that. I watch a lot of old tapes more than I watch the live fights. Like if I come home, I'll never forget this. I'm like 19 years old. My father was in the kitchen, and I said, "Dad, the fight's on, whatever." And yeah, I think my father had his first fight at 11, 12. And Mbasi was 4 or 5 years old, 6 years old. But you get all these years, and I was like, "Wait, Dad, what you say? If I catch it, I catch it." And then he broke it down, and he was like, "Man, and you have seen so many fights, been in so many fights, spawn sessions, whatever. It's like, if I catch it, I catch it. If it's a big fight, then okay, I'm gonna watch it, see what's gonna happen. But then as I started to get further along in my career, whatever, I started feeling the exact same way. And because especially around here, so much sparring going on, so much training going on. We got to go to tournaments all the time, go up the Rose Crawl, go up the JCs or whatever. You get me like, I catch it, I catch it. Like if I go home and show boxes on, I'll watch it if it's one of my friends fighting for support.
Yeah.
But if it's not, I don't be like, if I catch it, I catch it. If I don't care. But I watch old tape. Like if you go on my DVR, all you see is old fights. 20, 30 years ago, old fights. And then on my phone, you'll see fights from 70 years ago, 80 years ago. But when it comes to styles though with this fight, honestly, everybody's gonna try to pull up the whole thing with that knockout with Sweet Hands stopping the rail with that big hook. And remember I was saying, the way that David fights, some of the stuff is wide. So what if you catch him in between with certain shots? So it's like, okay, maybe you could do that. But I don't think he had his issues with picking it up late. He was throwing good, precise shots with Cinnamon. But his legs were still kind of strong. But he had his issues with still keeping his punch output up a little bit when he fought Canelo. So if he did that with Cinnamon, then what is he going to do with David, who's volume, nonstop volume? That's my thing. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. If David breakthroughs, damn.
Yeah.
What you think?
I think like what you said, like I don't think he's gonna be able to like handle that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is okay. If he sits there, he has to make him respect him. Yeah. If he don't, it's over. Yeah. Like he did good with making Cinnamon respect him. He did well. He did well better than I thought he would do. Everything was on point. He just ain't had that experience. In my opinion, I think that fight was all experience. Because skill for skill, he was with him. He was with Cinnamon. But the whole problem was Cinnamon been there before. Kind of like the Floyd situation with him and Floyd. Floyd been there before. He knew how to think on the highest level, 2-3 moves ahead. What you talking junk over there, son? What you got something to say, son? Oh, all right, just checking. But all right, it's just, but no, it's a little cuz over there. But you can see them. Your biggest thing is, okay, how are they gonna be? If I'm in there with a guy who's good, but I done been there before, your whole thing is he's not used to thinking. He probably could think 2 moves ahead, but he probably can't think 3 or 4. Yeah. And you probably gotta think Cinnamon was thinking, okay, I can't land the brick hook. Because you remember early on, the way, let me see if I can get this right. So at this angle, the way this Sweet Hands was sitting, everything was right there on point. Chin was behind everything. Every time that Cinnamon threw, the pick was there, the catch was there, the shoulder was there. And if you watch rounds 1 through 6, Cinnamon had trouble landing the hook. But he knew, I'm going to keep walking forward on this guy. Because, like, I done seen you put a lot of pressure on guys. It's easy to be tired and walk forward and then be tired and go backwards. Yeah. And break a guy down. Sooner or later, he's going to break down. Like, I just keep walking this guy. Even if he's in top shape, I'm still going to get the forward. Hey, I need you on the biggest fight. Some judges don't like that if you move backwards too much. Yeah. They're going to say you running.
Yeah, also the thing you said with the respect, like if he don't respect, if he don't get that respect like early on, then
it's over.
He's just gonna walk right through him.
Yeah, and I don't know if I think Sweet Hands got sneaky pop. I don't think he's just a pillow fisted dude. I think he got pop. Like I've seen him way before this. Like he has sneaky pop, knows how to mix his speed up with his power and rock you to sleep to then throw that hard shot. But my thing is like when he fought Cinnamon, rounds 1 through 6, he was straight. Like he was catching everything he saw. He still saw everything. So what is Cinnamon doing? Let me just keep walking him. Get to rounds 9. Get 7, 8 down in the bank. Keep pushing this kid going backwards. And even though I'm not landing flush, just keep hitting his glove. Keep hitting him in the shoulder. And then what did you see when he stopped him? Watch that tape in slow motion. I'm so serious. He made Caleb think that the same hook was coming as before, where he gonna throw the hook and all Caleb's gonna have to do is either catch or dip. And what he did was Cinnamon changed it from going in here to he whopped and rocked just enough and shoveled it. And when he shoveled it, it went right to where Caleb was dipping. Because Caleb thought it's going to come over, so I'm going to dip and use the rest of this real estate to get out and reset. And as soon as he went, pow, and that's what hurt him because he never saw the shot. Yeah. Like he saw the shot, but he didn't think that shot was going to be where it was coming. And the next thing you know, he runs right into it. Where any other opponent he fought, Caleb's gone. He's gone. You ain't catching him. He already done slipped, walked over, told you to come to the center of the ring, and then did the same sequence over. So now if you put that with David, I don't see David being as cerebral as Cinnamon, but more ruthless than Cinnamon. That makes sense. The volume that he throws his shots, you have to, if I'm telling Caleb, you got to get that jab established. And we got to shoot it from every angle. We need to aim right here. We need to aim at the collarbone. We need to aim at below the ribs and that solar plex. We need to shit, and we need to also not keep shooting it from here. Because, you know, Caleb will sit and have it here. And he'll pop, pop, up, right? Yeah. But if I'm saying, keep doing that. But now, as soon as he gets used to this, now let's go here and not only shoot it up, but let's go here, 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 here. You know, so, and the whole thing is, I would tell him we looking for hook brick instead of brick hook. Mostly, you just can't. Because what I was saying before, I think David, his biggest thing is in between. Some of his stuff is wide, catch him in between. But if I'm in David's camp, pick his jab. Show that you like establishing it, grab his hand and move it. Like as soon as he throw his jab, pick the first one, and then just move his hand out the way. Like as soon as he move it out the way, like that is a dominance. And just keep walking. And as soon as he takes a step, before you get close to him, take a good look at the corners before you get close to him. And make a decision on where you think he's gonna go. And then make your foot placement on where you're gonna step. If you're gonna step forward or you're gonna step here, or you gonna step and cut him off and lock his knee, where you make that decision and then work. Make him have to stay there longer than he needs to, but make him have to work more to get out if he's in an exchange with you. Make him have to do more than he wants to get out of the position he's in, off the ropes or in the sequence inside to move. Like, am I making sense? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that's my biggest, like we got, especially on that highest of levels, because Caleb's one of them fighters where let's not let this man get comfortable. Because if he get comfortable, he gonna style on you. He gonna make you look like a damn fool.
Yeah, he got a great jab too. And that's what I seen.
God, bro.
And if he established that jab and he controlled him with that jab, it's gonna discourage him.
Can you even see me with your dreads right now? Like you got the windshield wipers on. Yeah, I see you, son. Yeah, okay. But yes, he has a beautiful, beautiful state. And people looked at me like I was stupid when I said that the first time. When I put him on my list of guys with best jabs in the sport right now, I think I said Shakur. I said, and I remember I broke it down. I said Caleb has the best cerebral jab. Like because jab is one of the only punches you can shoot at any angle. It ain't gotta be just here. You can sit there. And the thing is though, these days, none of these guys are really as, they slick, but they not as, like Larry Holmes said, the jab is a lost art. Back in the day, you had to be prepared for any type of the pimp jab, back slapping on the jab. You had to be prepared for the stick, like a shotgun. You had to be prepared for anything. But certain guys now, they don't really use the jab at every angle. Like I'm gonna shoot up, I'm gonna shoot a hit, I'm gonna stab low, whatever. Like the jab is one of the only punches you can shoot from any angle. Period. I don't care what you shooting at. It's the only shot you can shoot from any angle. So when you throwing it, you got to think like, okay, the way that Caleb throws it, I know it's a lot of old school guys that I'm around. They love watching Caleb throw his jab. They love watching it because but I think I said Shakur had the best persistent, jab. Like everything's popping, and he'll throw it, and move your glove out the way. Who else did I say? I forgot who else I said, but I know I said Shakur. I know the one of the two main names I said was Shakur and Canelo. Not Canelo. I said, yes, I did. I did say Canelo on the list. I think I said Cinnamon, Sweet Hands, Shakur, and I forget who else. Because I said about 5 guys. But basically, I want to see if I can make David tired of chasing me. Let's see if I can make this man tired of chasing me. I don't think that's going to work. But let's just make him, because, it's way more exhausting to throw a brick and miss than throw a brick and land.
Yeah.
So let's see if I can make David miss a lot of these volume shots. Let me see if I can dip. No. Now I'm gone. All right, now I'm going to spin you around, move this way, whatever. Let's see if I can steal some rounds. Let's just get if I'm in Caleb's camp, I'm saying, let's just get to round 5 first. Let's get to round 5 and 6 first.
Yeah, with a dude like that too, if you like jabbing him, moving around on him and stuff like that, and he can't really get in, you're gonna get frustrated.
Yep.
And it's gonna stop throwing him off.
To your point, especially with the animosity about Caleb. You just heard some of the backstory stuff I just told you. So he wants to hurt him. He wants to hurt him bad. So if he ain't getting his hands on him the way he want to, could probably frustrate him.
Yeah.
And frustrate him badly. So that's the biggest thing. But I don't know, man. Caleb's gonna be the underdog again. I mean, let's just call it what it is, Slim. But I just really hope that I already know Caleb's gonna be in shape. He's always in shape all year round from what I've, observed of him since the amateurs. All the way up to now, he's always stayed in shape. He's never been more than like 78. Yeah, he'll fight at 68. The highest I've ever seen was like 79. Like me personally. He's one of them guys, put it like this, he's just one of them guys that he never lets his weight balloon over 20, 30. So he don't do that. Like it's like 10 pounds, 12 pounds at the most. The rehydration of fight night basically is the highest he goes. But that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I wonder about them bricks coming at his head, bro. Oh my God, we got a dude throwing a lot of punches. It's a bitch, bro. It is, dude. This is a nuisance. It is a nuisance, yo. And I'm like, and he laughing because he done did it to people when I done seen it. It is a nuisance when you got a dude in front of you who throws a lot of punches. And because some guys that are volume punches, they stay straight up. Sometimes that's one of David's things. Sometimes he stays too straight up. But if you got a dude throw a lot of punches and he go off the side angle sometimes, go ahead, like and he gonna roll under sometimes, he gonna give you different stuff, and it could be a nuisance. If you not, especially if he got power that breaks you down. Now, if it's power that you can take, oh yeah, it's a fun fight because he pushing you pushing him, you work, let's keep working. But when it's a dude who hit too fucking hard, bro, it's a bitch, bro. I'm telling you from experience. You can sit there, had this dude under control, and you're like, oh yeah, I got him. But yeah, you really ain't got him under control the way you want. And it's like, dude, somebody slow this Ferrari down, dog. Slow this Mack truck down, please. Like, I swear, man, this shit is a nuisance. I swear. Like, the worst part is hard work. I could be sparring, and you would have seen like little takes. I mean, I want to take my time, especially because of my illness, whatever. I want to take my time, make you think, and as soon as you don't think, then I shoot something, whatever. And here come my father dry snitching on me. Don't wait on my son. Don't wait on him. Man, don't wait on him. As soon as you wait, man, don't wait on him. He'll pick you apart. He'll hurry about him, man. He'll pick you apart if you wait on him. Don't work. Make him have to work. Hey, I did this one time. Man, why you dry snitching on my shit? Like, let me work the round, please. And I think, honestly, that's how Caleb is. Like, he's one of them guys that if you let him get into a groove, you really made it a harder, more difficult fight for yourself. And you can't do that. And with David, you got to try to work on him, catch him in between with certain wide shots he throws, but also utilize him sitting straight up too much sometimes with what you got here and what you got in between here. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
makes sense? Yeah, that's my biggest thing. But in due time, we'll see. We'll see. Oh man, go on to the next topic because this is going to the next topic because I don't know, man. Because this one, yeah, I don't know about that fight. God.
We got some people in the chat. Jennifer Parks, what's up, fellas? K Wolf, happy birthday, son. Thank you. Pam Harrison, what happened to Bud versus Spence?
Bruh, and then he gonna chuckle because nah, I'm not doing this, dog. I'm not.
Who? Natila Berry, who knows if they will fight next year?
If Bud and Earl fight next year,
I think so. I don't know.
good luck with that. That's all I'm gonna say on it. Good luck with that. I didn't talk, like I said, if you want rewind it back, you can hear what I said. Go to the last episode, you hear what I said. Go to the episode before that, you hear what I said. And go to the episode before that, you hear what I said. So nah, I ain't going through that again.
Sophia Danish, imagine doing all that waiting on a fight and it does not happen. This boxing is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, people gotta understand, man. People getting tired of that mess, man. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened in the studio. I think, remember when the negotiators got said, and I think I was sitting here. It was after we went off there, and I think I said, all right, so are we doing a fight party? Are we doing something in here? Are we going to y'all house? We want to come to my house? I think I did that or something like that. And I think shortly after that, I think I had said, but for real, this I doubt if it's going to happen. And none of us was really, we all, put it like this, y'all. All of us in the studio was more gung-ho about the Clarissa thing when it got canceled. Remember how all of us was like bummed out when that happened. We were pissed. We were more looking forward to that and upset about that more than we were more looking forward to that and knowing it was gonna happen than the whole thing with Bud and Truth. To be honest with you, in this studio, this is how it was. And like with boxing, man, it's just sad, but you know what? That's just how it is. It's the fight game, man. It's just a fight game. You know, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna be, but till then, until somebody, the fans, it's gonna take the fans really getting irritated and not ordering and certain things happening. That's why that's why I'm gonna be honest with you. I respect UFC because even though I think they should get paid more, I respect that the fights happen when they're supposed to happen. Like, let's keep it real. Like, the women fights with Clarissa and Michaela and all of them, then the women are fighting when they supposed to and making the money, and the UFC, they fight when they supposed to. So no, people won't get tired of that mess, man. That's why I can respect that. Oh, now wait, I think I got one of my brothers popping in over here. Hillcrest Bloodline in the building. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. Long time, boy. What's up, boy?
We be there.
Thank you.
Yeah, he an old man. What's up, man?
Man, not much, man. In the gym.
Man, we were trying to get this going for what, 2 months now? It's good to see you, man. You look great, baby.
Appreciate it.
Let's go ahead and introduce him. Should you want to do it or should I do it?
You got it.
All right. Hillcrest Bloodline is in the building. A guy who I've watched for a long time, who I remember when I was a kid, his dad was a pro. I've watched, he's trained by my uncle Nesto, you know, and I love watching this kid's progression, how he's turning the corner a little more. He's settling down on his shots and everything. I just like to introduce y'all to my Hillcrest brother, Mr. Fuller, 10K Trey. Fuller, how you feeling, baby?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great.
So what's been going on, man?
We just went in the gym, working, waiting for the date, working with everybody in the gym. All work. That's all it's about.
I've been watching the Instagram. Every time I watch you either running on Woodrow Wilson Bridge with Franchise or I see you just after sparring everything. My dad was at the gym a few times. He was like, man, kid's coming along. That's the kid you wanted me to watch. I said, yeah. He said, oh, yeah, I'm his father. Yeah, I'm his father, such and such. Because my dad was the older bro.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, so I remember I remember being a baby, seeing your father around and everything. So it's like, yeah, man, coming along. He's sitting on his shots well. And I see you setting up traps more than before. At first you was just always letting your hands go, see it, shoot it, but now it's starting to go to, instead of 100% shoot, now it's going 50% think, 50% let it flow. And I think that's a big aspect I've seen you do.
Yeah, that's definitely what we've been working on, pacing ourselves in the ring, everything. Especially working with Frank, Two Shot, these pros. So they taking me to that next level. Working out with them every day, even on the weekends, waking up Saturday mornings, going to go run. It been a whole different level of working.
Here go Uncle Nesta. Rhythm, distance, time.
I'm telling you. For real.
Oh, snap. Man, you gonna kill me next time you see me run. I know, but yeah, I know that feeling, especially the drills he'll make you do, because, and you probably heard this from your dad telling stories of back in the day, but back in the day, when I was growing up across that, when it was at the bingo hall and round one, House of Champions, even after Hillcrest burned down, it was in Gold's gym. It was just sparring. And I never forget a story. We was at the same gym that y'all at now, but we was in the back. It was me, Swift, the legendary Adrian Davis. And I was telling Swift, I said, yo, you know, a lot of the time, you being able to get up off the stool do most, because I think Swift only had like 48 amateur fights, bro, like 48, 46, something like that. And that helps more, but also because, and this is going to benefit you in the long run and franchise in the long run, because it benefited me with my illness being in there, is that because of what my dad and Uncle Nestor went through with just sparring hard all the time, you get better, but you leave a piece of yourself there, especially in them spawn wars, that you don't get back. And you'll hear Uncle Nestor, I know you'll hear Uncle Nestor say, like, man, we don't need to do all that hard sparring, man. We're going to do some drill. We're going to move. When it's time, we're going to work. But we gonna do drills, and he'll have you do drills and get on the back, and then sometimes you had the headgear on, and then y'all go pick, catch, rock, under, brick, hook, back, and then do that for like 6 rounds straight, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, and I think that's going, especially with your style, and I see your feet are getting faster, and now that you have more preserved with how you train and everything, that's gonna benefit you a lot.
Man, that's what we really been doing lately, like real technical spawn, pinpoint spawn, defensive drills. That's really what he been trying to focus on. Like he said, we don't gotta do hard spawn all the time. That take a 10 on you. So before you get to the fight, you already be broken down. So that's what we definitely been working on, being technical, using the jab, defense, mainly defense. Really, that's what we really been working on. That defense, technical spawn, getting the rounds. That's been good.
What do you feel like you done got better at mostly?
Defense, my jab, controlling the pace, distance, mainly distance. Because at first, I smother shots. I was so eager to get back if I get hit, but now I'm really taking my time.
Seeing the openness.
Seeing a whole new thing. He been open, because that's been opening me up to a lot. Really been installing that into me. Really
so basically, your vision, seeing everything, thinking 2-3 moves ahead, basically. Yeah. That's what me and him was just talking about before you came in. We was talking about that, about as you go each level, whether it's amateur or pro, different vision, shots you see, how it goes. Like, hey, should I go here? Should I go? And then you even seeing stuff and like, you know what? I could use this, but not right now. I'm going to get him to go this way. I need this, get him to go this way. And you'll give him a throwaway, like, boom, shotgun the jab, but throw away the hook, or you might hit his glove, whatever. Just, I got to get this dude to look at this, to go this way, because he a sucker for it right hand, or he a sucker for whatever. You know, those things. And the way I saw you fight, especially, one of the things, your attributes, is that I noticed, your 60% shots still is hard enough to break a guy down. I think I done seen her guys to the body, you know, things like that, and that's a big. Some guys can't do that. And one of your attributes is you stiff it when you get there. I see when you throw your body shots and not just pop and come back. Sometimes it's you bring your hand back, but you'll make sure it goes what Manny Stewart used to say, free swing, where no matter, like Arturo Gatti, even when he was tired late, he was still strong. He still could hurt you, you know, and those things. And that's a big deal because then you can always rely on if I stay mentally strong, I could still not make mental errors late and then still pinpoint my shots and still make a difference later on. And that's a big deal.
That's another thing. That's what Nestor say. Go to the body early. That's gonna break them down. So that's what we might really focus on, especially that liver shot. He said anybody can't take no liver shot like that. So you place it right, you going down or you gonna be hurt on the defense.
So where you think you should shoot your shot? Because I know he done told you liver. Where else he done told you? Because I know some other. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, because I'm gonna tell you as you keep progressing, like he may like go like this. You could go behind his elbow, whatever, but you can sit there and feint, shoot the jab at his collarbone, or shoot it at the top of his head. Because if his head keeps doing this, especially you volume, how you throw volume, his head go back. What's the biggest thing we always told since we was kids? The shot you don't see, the shot that hurt you, right? So if your head keeps snapping back, first of all, your back and your vertebrae muscles start to tighten up. Look at what Ali did to Floyd Patterson. Go watch that tape. He and Floyd already had back issues coming into it. Anybody who boxed with Custom Auto had back issues because of the style, how you're coming in so much, and then the neck exercise, all those things they did in the gym. It over time, yeah, like even Tyson had back surgeries, you know. So, but his whole thing was, if you watch Ali, he wasn't just shooting it here; he was shooting it here. And the way that Floyd rocks, it's just slowly breaking that back down. And if you're looking up, you don't know what's coming. So if you shoot an uppercut, hook break, it's coming down. By the time the hook come, boom. Next thing you know, come back, boom, it's over. Or if you sitting up, your eyes coming here, you counting the lights in the ceiling. By the time you come back down, the brick is there on the tip of the chin. You out. You know, so that jab, I already know now is as you go, especially with how your jab is, you're going to start shooting jabs at different angles, shooting at the collarbone, shooting at the hand. If he wiggling this, shooting his hand, anything, bro. Floating rib, anything. And then that's really going to set up your liver shot, bro.
For sure. That jab, that's a key. The jab. He be yelling at me in the gym. The jab, man. Your jab. Your jab.
Yeah, get you out of trouble. Really, you know why he yell about you all day? He gonna laugh if you tell him I said this. I always heard Granddad Tom say this. The jab will get you where you want to go, and it'll get you out of trouble. It'll get you the way you want to go, and it'll get you out of trouble. Young fighters, the jab will get you where you want to go, and it will get you out of trouble. Because you could be hurt and still hold everything tight and go, even if you just stiff them in the face, like control them or whatever, and then lock them up or whatever, and then boom, boom, and shotgun it, still trying to, that jab gets you out of a lot of issues, man, a lot of trouble. Especially you can't move your legs.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, man. But yeah, man, it's good to have you. Just know that you also got you can shoot your shout outs if you want to as too, man. You all got the phone lines as well. If y'all want to call in and shout out for your boy 10K Trey, y'all go ahead and do that, man. So what's your next move, man? So what's the game plan as you're moving forward? And also that don't mean that I'm trying to say that you're rushing, just like as you taking your time moving forward. Like that's the list of things you're trying to do next and move forward.
Well, we try and get as much amateur fights as we could, but we still in the works and talk about it. 2023 might be that big jump to the pros, but we still trying to fight the best top amateurs at my weight class, get experience, my experience as I could. It's almost coming to that time, and I feel as though I'm ready, because Nessa not ready, but still want to make sure I know some kinks that I got. Change up at different pace.
Know this though. Perfect game plan, what you just said. But always know, just in case if the amateur fights don't come, take into account that you're still sparring a top prospect right now. You still first of all, you got one top local prospect in your gym every day. And then you have an established prospect coming to the corner of turning into a contender with Lil J. And then on top of that, we're in Maryland where you could go 5 minutes down that way to Headbangers, you go 5 minutes that way to Dream Team, go 10 minutes that way to hit Russell's, whatever, and still have top spawn or whatever. and take that as your, if I'm not getting the amateur fights, guess what? I'm still getting 6 rounds here, 8 rounds here. And, I'm still getting the proper, and then also I could come back home to my gym and get good work. I could sit, get good workouts, things like that. So as long as you still doing what you're supposed to, taking care of your body and resting, and proper rest is a big thing too. But, sparring too, man, trust me, don't worry about it. Get the amateur fights if they can, but know that you're still getting a good sparring that's going to boost you as you turn that corner. So don't sweat it.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I mainly been trying to do. Just stay in the gym, stay consistent. No days off. For real, only rest day I got is Sunday, but from now Monday to Saturday, making sure it's work. That Sunday recover right.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the big plan now. So we just gonna keep trusting what we doing, keep going with our game plan, see where the chips fall, see where it leads. So it's that time to make that jump.
And trust me, now put it like this. Oh, how can I put it? I want to make sure that I word it the right way, because I want to make sure I don't forget no names. Uncle Nesto was a top prospect who made the decision to walk away. But he came up the right way up until it was time for him, until he was ready to say, I'm done. Then he became a coach. And the way he worked the Jay, now I'm talking about Jared, y'all, like Swift. The way he worked Swift, it was the right fights, the right time. And then when he had no other choice but to take the B side, he had already got him well-rounded to where the B side part didn't matter. Still a 50-50 thing. Y'all looking at it as an underdog thing or whatever, but it's still 50-50. So that benefits you as well, because now he done already was a prospect and he was already a top coach and took a kid from scratch and learning on the fly. Because remember, Uncle Nesto retired at 7-0 as prospect. But so he was a part of top training camps, but now he had a fighter to where now it's past where he went. So it's now kind of learning on the fly once you get to 14-0. He's like, oh man, I ain't go to 14. So now I'm trying to see, looking at these contracts, looking at the gloves, looking at the gloves, I'm looking at this. So, and now he's already experienced that.
Right.
Even the jump, quick side funny story he's had when Jay for Oscar Molina. Up in the highlight gym when he rocked off and shot the uppercut.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful
And
shot.
he hurt his hand on that because he never wore. That was the first time he ever wore Grant gloves, and he never wore it again. You know what's crazy about that uppercut? When he came home, he bought the gloves, right? He said, "Yeah, Golden Boy, go ahead, take some Golden gloves or whatever, right?" So I'm trying on the Grants, and I think because my hands are so little, they felt great to me. But I think because of how big his hands were and how his hands didn't go straight, his Jared hands go kind of like that. And that hurt. It kind of hurt his hands, bruh. That uppercut he landed, where he landed it, when I tried, it was a dent. Mind you, these are Grants, bro. These are phones, Kenichi. It was a dent where he landed. Because remember when he threw the uppercut on Molina, who was a top amateur, Olympic team, Mexican Olympic team. His whole Javier was on the USA Olympic team with Gary. His whole family is fighters. When he landed that. He landed on the tip of the chin. Dog, it was a dent in the Grant glove right here. So I was like, I'm putting him on like, the hell? Like, what? I mean, it was like somebody, it was like, bro, somebody took a pin and poked it. That's how, it looked like a little hole about that big going all the way through the phone. Like, that's how much he penetrated and went through the target with that right.
And he set that shot up all night. I watched that fight. He set that shot up all night.
All
it was perfect.
Night. Because when we was in camp together, I kept telling him, I was like, because I forgot who he was supposed to fight first. No, he was supposed to fight Molina. So I said, who you fighting? He said, fighting Oscar Molina. I'm like, why that name sound familiar? Because I hadn't been around his family in so long. So I'm like, why that name sound familiar? He sound familiar. And we literally moving around the ring. And I swear, as I'm moving around, I see the poster with Gary and when he was on the Olympic team. And I look and I see Javier. Oh, you fighting his brother. Oh, wait, you got this. I said, wait, you got this. Bruh, just be ready to catch in between. They are typical. They got like Olympic. They come from Olympic pedigree, but they got a typical solid Mexican style where everything is a hook in between and a hook at the end of every combination. And what you see Jared do the whole time? Pink catch, break. Every time it was catch,
same
catch,
stuff they was
catch.
working on in the gym. Same stuff.
But like to the thing where I said it's gonna really benefit you with Tio, well, Uncle Nesto is when he went to that fight with Jerry, you know how you got like how Uncle Nesto may have all y'all on a card, on an amateur card, he gotta wrap all y'all hands. So trainers may do the knuckle pad like before they get there sometimes, or right when they sitting there, they try to do the knuckle pad right then. So he takes the knuckle pad out, and you see this, I forget this lady's name. She's so nice. She's the commissioner in New York. She the one with the red hair. She was like, he take the pad and he goes like, he's wrapping Jared's hands. He go like, take the knuckle pad, go ahead and expect it. She go, you have to unwrap that. He went, huh? He was like, yeah, you gotta unwrap that. He said, nah, you just flick through, like a deck of cards, just flick through. Because if it's something in it, you gonna feel it. He said, no, you gotta unwrap the whole thing. Made Uncle Nezzo unwrap the whole. He didn't know because he had never been up there to New York and had to deal with that before.
Right.
And now, like that as an example of learning on the fly at that time. Now, so it's so many more things now that like, oh yeah, now I got 2 more kids I could. Now that I know this, I could, and they willing to learn, I could teach them this, teach them that. So that's really, and you got somebody like you who's fresh, willing to learn too, and trying to pinpoint this. What's my money shot? Deliver shot is this? Okay, let me get better with this. It's gonna benefit you so much more, man.
I can't wait, man. Like the work we put in, I be feeling like I'm ahead of the game. So I just can't wait to see what the future holds.
And you ahead of the game because your body is more preserved. Take that into a big account because that's gonna really benefit. Like I told you, it's gonna really benefit. That comes out of you in those championship rounds.
Right.
Rounds 10, 11, 12, or 8 through 12. I like this. I hate when people say the championship rounds is 10 through 12. Shit. The championship rounds is like 9 through 12, 8 through 12. But that's when not being on sparring war some of them days, doing drills instead of hard sparring that day comes into play.
Yeah,
doing circle work and pinpoint sparring instead of hard sparring comes into play. That those championship rounds, and that's gonna be your big thing too.
So you gotta be in shape. That in shape work, that cardio, everything. That's when they kick in. They say when you get tired, that's when the real fight stops.
Oh yeah, because it's all about mental toughness. Then at that point, how can I not make mental errors? Because when you tired, you trying to like, don't drop my hand, don't do this or whatever. Some guys, they so tired, their hands start to drop, but different things like that. They make certain mistakes, and that's when the real thing comes out. Where it's like, okay, who makes the least amount of mistakes and stay as consistent as possible while fucking exhausted.
Seriously though,
real shit. Like I swear, especially he know because he from Hillcrest. So Uncle Ness will be like, all right, you gonna do 2, switch out, someone else coming. Look at your.
I swear.
Your face, I swear. So I was sitting there. He gonna tell. I just got out. He gonna tell him, yeah, you can do 2. All right, put him in for 2, pull him out for 1, put him back in there for 4, come back out. Oh my God.
Especially those 4-minute rounds.
Bruh.
Oh my goodness. 4 minutes. If you ain't in shape, it's gonna show here. You got another one? Yeah. All right, after this, you gonna do another one round. You be like, man, I gotta be on my P's and Q's for real.
Oh
for real.
My God. Go ahead, boss.
Oh yeah, I got a question for you. So how did you start in boxing? And like, I know it's a lot of sports out here. So like, what made you choose boxing?
Man, honestly, I've been around it my whole life. My father, my godfather, my uncle, everything. That boxing was instilled in me my whole life. So my brother and sisters boxed too. So I remember times when, matter of fact, Bug and Pat, I used to live around the corner from them. They used to pick us up from my house to go to the gym. So I was in headbangers, so I was around all those people just watching. I probably fake hit the bag, hit the miss, but I was watching my brothers and sisters. I was in there, all them Pat, I remember Remo, Keyshawn Williams, the Peterson brothers. I remember I used to see good spawn and good type of work. So it was like I was always around it. Oh yeah, and till this day, I still haven't seen nobody as slick and fast as Quick. Man, oh my goodness.
LQ, long live Quick, man.
Man, for real.
What? God.
Being in
goodness.
there, I used to see him play with people.
Shake out on dudes, bro.
Really. So it was like being around that, like I always been around it, but I was either playing football or playing basketball. But that's when I really started to take it serious when my football football career wasn't really going right in school. So I started taking it serious. That's when I went to Hillcrest. And they been open arms with Nesso. He treat me like family, but he didn't start. He was like, if this really what you want to do, I need 100%. So need you in here every day working to your best. Give me 100%. We gonna take our time with you and do it the right way. We ain't gonna rush you. We gonna pace. You gonna do this, and then the third. Ever since then, all that been falling exactly how you been saying you been trying to do. So when I fell in love with that, sky been the limit with Hillcrest. That's family, for real.
How old was you when you started?
I started like 16. Yeah, 16. I just turned 17 when I started boxing at Hillcrest. Yeah.
Another question: did you ever like stop boxing? Well, you did say you played football and stuff like that, but like while you was taking it seriously and all that, have you ever stopped boxing and started up again?
Oh no. When I started, I was
all in.
10 feet in, yeah, 10 toes deep. And,
Yeah, Uncle Nesto, man, I need you all in. All right, we're gonna do this. I need you all in.
That's really what he said. Like, he real big. He real big on character, so he really want to make sure that you're good. Like really, it don't even be just boxing with him. It be out of boxing, so outside and inside the ring. Like he really build boys and men in there. Really.
Yeah, man. You in the house? You in the house? Yes, sir. He called me on time. Well, yeah, I still at the. I just left the. No, I had just left a fight party. He was like, "Good. You only waiting because him, my father like this. So if I he has the full authority.
Yeah, that's my man right there. That's my
man.
man.
I appreciate it, man. Like he's hard work. He probably tipping his hat through the phone right now. Watch you say that, man. But Uncle Nesto sit there. It was a certain situation that happened. He was like, "Yeah, man, you don't need to be around that Joe guy." And then all of a sudden he was talking to another fight, and I'm standing there. He go, "Sabrina, and I bet not catch you." And I'm like, "I'm going home. I'm always at home." Like, I swear. But the biggest thing about why he say make sure you all in, like I done seen him tell fighters. This one fighter my dad was training, and then could have been real good, and he didn't have confidence in himself at first. But me and Dad, as he kept on progressing, started instilling in him, and he started smelling himself. Then he went away. All of a sudden, he want to come back. And he comes in the gym, and Dad and Uncle Nesto look, and Uncle Nesto go, "Man, what you here for? I don't think I want to box yet." And I just look and shake my head and laugh. And Uncle Nesto said, "Nah, man, you need to go ahead and get a job, man. You don't need to do this. You need to go on about your way because you're going to get hurt." And you gotta think the era that they came from. Uncle Nesto had a friend who passed away in the ring. Like, we had countless great fighters back then that, left a piece of themselves that they not getting back. Things like that are a little punchy, things like that. So he don't be playing. He be like, I remember when it's all on tape with Jared and Uncle Nesto when I think they was getting ready to fight Tony Harrison. And he said, "Yeah, man, he want nothing to do with me." He was like, "Nah, man, you need to go get a job. You need to go to school, whatever." He said, "Nah, that's not our problem. Be with it." He kept on telling him no. He said, "If you're going to do this, I need you all in. I need you disciplined. If not, you're wasting my time." And I think all of that from his time when he was in his prime and in a pro, all the way up to now, then being in the training scene and stuff, I think that's probably why he says it like that.
Yeah, he actually been in there.
Yeah.
He got the experience, so I really listen to him. Like, he'll call me, sit on the phone, we just talk. And don't even mainly gotta be about boxing, just life. Like, what you doing? You all right? You good? Like, a lot of coaches just come just boxing wise. Like, he really, you good? You straight? What you doing? How your day been? Like tell me what you been doing through the day. Like, you all right? Like, he really actually like another father figure. When my father not around, that's who I go to have my conversations to. If not him, but Brandon, Metro, Ty,
Big Metro, man. That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
But yeah, they got a big part, especially in this boxing stuff with me. Like, it's really family with them. I call them family.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, going back to that, what's some things you like to do outside of boxing?
I like sports, so I like to do a lot of either playing basketball, playing football, just chilling, or studying and watching boxing, but I don't really do too much. I'm a chill dude. So I be laid back in the house, chilling on the game, fighting on the game,
Which
in the
game,
gym.
son?
Oh, P4. I be on a GTA, Madden, 2K.
All right, we gotta link up.
Yeah, for sure. But I be chilling for real, for real. I be chilling in the house if I ain't on the game. Or I was outside with a couple friends. I'm studying boxing, chilling.
You know, I gotta find out now. Hold on one second, sir. So who you watching?
Oh, I watch a lot of people, but I really do like watching people from my area. Like when I really first started boxing, I used to watch Damon, like Key in, Key out. Like I remember when I first started, I was just watching this fight, and then he came to my house to drop off some CMOS to my dad. I'm like, man, I was just watching you, like really, like just watching you. He was like, man, I've been following you, like you doing good, like keep going. So it was like that kind of pushed me. I really like supporting people in this area. So I watch him, watch Lamont Roach,
Yeah.
who else? Peterson brothers. I even watch the people in my gym, but mainly outside of that. Of course, we watch the Shakur's, Keyshawn Davis, Bruce Carrington too. He really slept on. Like he can fight. He can really fight. I watch him. Of course, Tank, Devin Haney. Who else? Canelo. What else can I say? Boots, Earl, Terrence Crawford as well. It's a whole bunch of fighters. Even old fighters too.
That's why I'm about to ask you. What old tapes you like watching?
I like watching Vander Holyfield. Who else? Marvin Hagler. Tommy, of course. Sugar Ray, of course. Of course, Sugar Ray. Who else can I say? James Toney.
Ooh. Wait. Real quick, side note on that. Besides Georgie Benton, Georgie Benton was probably the best guy who ever did the shoulder rolls. The guy who trained Mildred Taylor, Pernell Whitaker, and all of them coming off the Olympic team. But Georgie Benton, James Toney, people say, oh, Floyd the best Philly Shell. No, he is not. He's one of the top Philly Shell guys, but not the best. And I tell this all the time. The reason why is because Floyd will give you 5 looks throughout the fight. He'll sit there. If you southpaw, he won't just go Philly Shell. He'll give you forearm because of the distance difference between now since you got your lead foot on his, your jab getting closer. He'll instead of letting you get closer and throwing your jab. If you southpaw, you land your jab here on Floyd, that means your left hand is going to be right past his face coming. So he's not going to let you do it. He's going to forearm it. Instead, now if you right hand, he's going to let you catch it. But he's going to give you full. I done seen him come out here. He'll give you high, lean, change it. Go up and down, go high, put the earmuffs on, lean back. He'll sit there and go from here, bop, bop, go here. He'll give you 5 different looks. James Toney, bell ring, and let's work. And he be feeding you from right here all night. All night he is feeding you from right here. And talking about your mama. He's talking about you. He talking about how your coach getting you up in here, like he cooking you the whole time, and he just right here. And it's all. Remember that thing when we had in school when you want to draw a perfect circle? You put your pencil in it. Protractor. Right. Yeah, make a perfect circle. That's him. Just you know, back. All right, going back. Ain't doing nothing else. He gonna walk, separate, bounce, walk, but
real smart
right
and slick. Real
Slim.
Slim, man.
Oh
Metro,
my God.
Metro got me watching him like he is spamming. Watch this. When I really started watching and breaking it down, I'm like, man, this dude can fight. Like he was really smart in the ring. So I be trying to get stuff from him, but I don't really like doing too much of that.
Yes, because you gotta know when to do it. Yes,
hate that.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when Roy Jones was the shit. Dude, because I'm older now. I'm like a young veteran. I remember being a kid in the gym, and if you did a Roy Jones with people say, "Oh, I royed you," you know, everybody wanted to rock and throw the lead right hand and throw the skip hook or whatever. But it got a lot of dudes fucked up. Yeah. And then when Floyd started doing the Philly Shell, people trying to do the Philly Shell, and I'm like, dog, y'all don't even know why he's doing it in the situation he's doing it. 2, you got to be doing it for a reason. The Philly Shell will get you fucked up if you don't know why you doing it and the reason for doing it. Then you got Bama's doing it, and I'm like, do you not understand? His uncle did it. His father did it. All his family did it. So and then you gotta understand, you know this, y'all too know this. To be a fighter and go in the gym and know that you about to work on your weaknesses and know, fuck, I'm gonna get hit today. I'm gonna get hit today because I'm practicing my weaknesses to get better.
Right.
So it's not a weakness no more, and I can adjust to it when the fight comes and this happens. And people just doing it, thinking it's and they doing it with their chin in the air, shoulder down, and knees locked. When your knees supposed to be bent, tucked behind the chin, arms should be in an L shape, and everything here so you can open the glove and catch on temple, ball back up, catch, tuck with the catch, and shoot. Everything's supposed to be here. It's supposed to be for a reason. If you're dipping to get out or roll and then come back to the earmuff and catch. These dudes are so enamored by, but don't even know why Floyd's doing this in a certain situation. And it makes no sense to me.
Don't. When we're in the gym, keep your hands high.
Yeah.
Keep your hands high.
Yeah.
You can block, slip, bring your hands with you everywhere you go on the defense.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
If I'm bringing my hand down here, it's because I see a trap. If
Right.
I'm bringing my hand here, it's because if I'm coming out and I'm here and I'm fainting, I walk. All right, okay, let me see what this. Oh, so he's chasing the pick. He's not okay. He's chasing the pick. Okay. Faint. Well, let me give him something here. Boom, hit his glove on purpose. Okay, so he is chasing the pick. Let me see if I feint him. Oh, he really still putting his hand out. Okay, you know what? Well, let me get a little closer with my feet. All right, now I'm gonna sit here. Just to give him the shoulder, just to sit there. And as soon as you feint him, he throw it, and then he blink and try to throw something to counter. Rock off, ping, ping. You're dropping it for a reason, because you're trying to set a trap. That's all the Philly show is a trap. That's all it is. Watch Georgie Benton, watch James Toney, watch God, that boy was bad. He's from the Dominican Republic. He's a trainer now. Yohan Guzman. But all the news did it for a reason. Like, I don't get, but man, I could go all day about that bullshit because that should piss me off. But like, yeah, it's for a reason. Everything should be hit, because if you hit, you see everything so much better, because you got everything tight. You're not giving up this. Your shoulders pointed, and everything is hit. Pop, catch, pit, dip on the catch. Everything is right there for the shift. Especially how compact you are. That's devastating, because now you walking and then you're inching forward the way you do and picking. And all of a sudden, once you start turning, because you still kind of in the amateur, so you can't touch. But in the pros, you grab his glove and move it, bing, and then he just really, oh my.
I'm telling you.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, thank you. Like, I don't get it, man. But one tape I want you to watch, I'm going to write this name down. For matter of fact, I'm going to text it to you. Especially with how you say you want to do the liver shot. You say you want to start working angles on it, especially how you are. The way you be doing your feet, inching, inch, like that.
Mm.
Watch this guy called Orlando Canizales from the late 80s, early 90s. This Bama. He was Lomachenko before Lomachenko, bro. Pulling, switching, spinning on guys. Boom. Oh, my God. His name is Orlando Canizales, former world champ. I'm going to send you that, and then also watch Ty Barnett. Yeah. And the way he inched his feet in and out.
I used to see him working the gym too.
Oh my! When he was in his prime, it was that right hand, and you miss a shot if you want to with Ty. All he needed is 6 inches of a gap to get to where he wants. Boom! So he dropped that hook on, he dropped the brick. It was night.
I seen a whole lot of spawn sessions with him, even with him and the Peterson brothers. Like, it was like, dang, really technical work. So it was like saying all that. I'm like, you really gotta be smart in there, for real. Mm-hmm. Them guys who know what they doing can hurt you. Can hurt you. You can play any sport, but you cannot play boxing. So if you really gonna do it 100%. Because some people who really put their life on the line in here is coming in there to hurt you.
They will damage you for life.
Real.
Like, I mean, I remember watching Tom when I say it all the time. I always give him his props. I was like 8, he was 50. And I still remember I was probably 8 or 9 years old. Ty was like 14, 15. And this is the Daryl Coley camp. And it was James Baker was coming down there. the great James Baker. Uncle Nesto was probably 5-6-0 at that point. Dad was down there. That was like Dad's last training camp before he called it a career, helping Daryl and all of them. And Ty Marnett and all those guys. Ty Marnett's cousin was down there, and James McAllister, King McAllister was down there. My God, oh my goodness. Who else is down there? I mean, it was always guys coming down there, but Ty even then. Just that is so dangerous, especially as he started to when he went to Headbangers and started turning pro. And that inching, just little inch, and he'll set you up with the bicycle, move this way, and then sit. It's just, bop, and as you know, he make that little move, and it's like, oh shit, you done made a mistake, bro. Boom, and sometimes he'll bring the right hand with it, but boom, boom, and jumped. I was like, good God. Like, I still remember that tape with him and Manny Taylor sparring. Emmanuel Taylor, the Transformer, legend out of here, one of the top amateurs, and he turned pro. Was great pro for Twin, for Luz Matisse, for Chris Algieri, he was top guy. His whole family, Maxell Taylor, all of them. He was sparring Ty Barnett, bro. If you go back and look at that fucking tape, it was at the Old Bald Eagle. Both of them. I mean, back and forth. It just, swear to God, bro. I swear to God, I need you. All you saw was this. Ding. We right here. And they had all this ring to work with. We right here. And all you heard next was catch. Let's non-stop. I mean, back and forth. And all you hear is Boog in the back. Oh goddamn. Oh goddamn. Oh my God. Oh goddamn. Oh, like it's just non-stop. I mean, they was right there. I mean, him and Manny Taylor was fresh off the USA team, working working with Ty. I mean, it was good work. I mean, both of them in their prime. Just, oh, goodness, man. Dangerous, man. Dangerous, man. And who else can I mention? There you go. Canizales. Well, I want to pick an older fight, like from the black and white days for you. Nicolino Loci. This guy. He was it's not as far back as I wanted to go. I wanted to do like the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s type of thing, but this is close enough. He was in the 60s and 70s. His name is Nicolino Loci. His record was like 100 plus something wins, 3 losses, 7 draws, and like 13 knockouts or 9 knockouts. He always went to decision. He used to smoke cigarettes in the corner. They'll sit there, and then when they ban cigarettes in the corner, they'll do this. You know how back in the day they used to fan you with the towel? Man. They'll put fan with the towel, go. You know what I'm saying? You see smoke coming out of his joint while they fanning him and shit. But his head movement was so precise. Like, he would do this in front of you. He'll get tired and just do this in front of you. And put his feet side by side. Now, you know that's a no-no. Put his feet side by side like he just standing on the wall and just do this. Just do this, I swear to God. But the way he controlled guys with grab, he did Philly shell, but mostly I liked his glove placement, the uses of his gloves. He knew, and you know, back then you really didn't have choices of gloves. You just whatever gloves were there is what you wore, whether it was GNS, Casanovas, Everlast, Sayer, Reyes, any of those. I love the way he controlled the guard, and especially now with the turning that you're about to take. Watch how forget about that he's doing the Philly shell. The hell with that. The point I want you to watch besides the head movement is the way he would move backwards, but still control how he wanted his opponent to grab the glove placement with moving his opponent's glove, moving here, things like that. So moving out to go to more real estate. I think you'll like watching him or whatever, and then you're gonna get a big laugh when you see some of the shit he did. I swear to God.
But they say you gotta entertain the crowd sometimes, man.
And I mean, he wasn't even trying to entertain the crowd. He was just nuts. Like, he was just nuts, dog. Like, the man smoking cigarettes coming to the ring.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, you smoke, I think they said he smoked like 9 packs a day. I think he's, yeah, I swear, I think they say he smoked up to 7 to 9 packs. Angelo Dundee said, this guy, I worked the camp with this guy. Barely any power. He has brittle little hands. He can't punch through a wet paper towel with a running head start. He doesn't want to do his road work. All he does is drink and party all day and cavorne with women all day. He smokes 7 packs of cigarettes while we're in the gym in camp. And yet he gives this guy 15 rounds with no problem. It's just certain guys, man. It's just certain dudes, bro.
That's crazy.
And if you live in the right way, like me and you drinking water over here, drinking my vitamin water, my sister, we sitting there doing this, and you just look at a motherfucker like that, you just like, this is some bullshit.
Man,
You're
what
like,
you
man,
doing?
what
Like,
you doing, bro? What's in them? Man, let me rip one of them cigarettes real quick. What the fuck is in here, dog?
There's no way 7 packs of cigarettes.
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy.
Hey, I know you can't wait to turn pro because you ain't got to shave no more.
Nah, I know in some fights they don't make us do it. I know when you go out of town for sure you got to. But,
yeah.
and I used to hate it. I swear I used to hate it. After the fight, going to school, mask on, hoodie on. Why your mask on? Nothing. I'm sick right now. I hated shaving my face.
I've never shaved a day in my life, but I don't even know how. If you gave me a razor right now, bro, it's gonna be blood everywhere up in this bitch. I swear to God. Like I don't know how to shave. I never had to, or whatever. But I never get. Shout out to Monster Mark Johns, man. My God, brother. This man would turn pro because not for the money, not for the offers that he was getting. He turned pro because he didn't want to shave anymore. Like, I swear. He said he was so sick of Juice making him shave. And like Juice would be on your ass. Like you got, because like you would have like mustache and if it went past the corner of your mouth, like you gotta get rid of that on the corner. Like that's gonna cut somebody. The littlest, dog. Like, hey man, that's the regulation. Like man, you acting like I'm
razor for $1.
Yeah,
$2.
$2. Like, and you like, man, what do you think? This little corner gonna cut him? Because the reason, for people who don't know, the reason why, even in the pros, they may say, hey, man, the contract, I need him to trim his beard. He could keep his beard, but I don't want the hair out. We got it, whatever the negotiations may be. Because hair can cut a fighter. Or if you cut a fighter, you can use your hair, like his locks, you can use that. He could use or his beard to make the cut deeper. Because if I'm in a clinch with you and you're already cut here and it's a nice size cut, and if I'm touching you and not, you know how some guys, they use dirty tricks with the glove. They after they cut you and they twist it and it's a normal clean cut, punch cut, they gonna, next time when they throw the jab, they gonna let the in-between crease where that thumb is on the glove on the table. They're gonna use that crease to go here. Go look at what Vitaly Klitschko, what Lennox Lewis did to Vitaly Klitschko. How the cut started and how when the next time Lennox threw his jab, it landed here and how much wider that cut opened. It split it out more wider. And then if I'm in the clinch with you and I'm rubbing, make it deeper. Make the cut much deeper. So that's why, certain in that pros, you might have guys negotiating and whatever. Nah, you got to cut his beard, or he could keep his beard, but it has to be straight to the face. It can't be out, type of thing or whatever. But that's why me and make a joke. But in the amateurs, shout out to Juice, man. Shout out to the legend, man.
Every time I get, man, he'll be arguing. I'm like, Juice, man, cut it down as low as I can. It gotta be gone, man. It gotta be gone. If it ain't gone, you ain't fighting. I'm like, all right, I want to fight. I do it.
I
at least try to convince him, man. Just let me slide. He said, if I let you slide, all them gonna want to slide too.
I can't do that. Oh my goodness, man. I swear, man. Juice is a trip, man. Juice, that's another dude around here, man. It's stories for years, not days, man. Years. You could tell on Juice, man. That's how long he been around, man. I swear. But yeah, man, you turning that corner and everything, then you turning pro. One of the biggest things that's also bigger that I think my dad and Uncle Nesto didn't have is there's so much more theatrics now in the local area with turning pro. Rosecroft, Tony Jetter's cards, No Excuses cards, stuff like that. It's so much more of an event, or even Dusty's cards up at that he has coming up in a couple weeks. In about another like 2 weeks or so, November 19th.
Yeah.
And that beautiful arena, the fight where the Mystics won a championship at and everything, how beautiful the back looks and coming out, everything, just is so much more. And then on top of that, it's starting to look for us by us, a little more FUBU like out going on. You know, they so many more good fights and that are needed to move a prospect up where he doesn't get bad habits. He just ain't in there with like how you say it's a bum and then there's a bum. The bum he gonna find a way to fall down. The bum gonna fight a little bit, but he's gonna keep you sharp to where you're not making no bad habits as you move up. And that's gonna be a big deal for you. And there's so much anticipation. Besides Sugar Wayne, you probably right there next in line with the anticipation of you turning pro that I've seen personally. That guys can't wait to buy a ticket for your day, for you to show out. And I know you probably had some dreams about that and what you gonna wear, the music and the heartbeat and all that stuff, man.
That's what I'm saying. I be asking, like I asked Frank, I was like, how I feel? He was like, man, like the feeling, like I don't even know. Like I'm really about to do this. Then if you got the 8-ounce gloves, you don't got no headgear, how it's gonna feel to take a shot? Even though nobody don't want to get touched, but it's like I was asking all that stuff. I need to know. I need to be ready for what I'm about to step into. So,
well, I could tell you from all the fights I've been around on their pro debuts, I've been in their camps. You're gonna, even though you've been in the ring thousands of times, really being high level amateur fights, whatever, it's still different. But just remember, it's just another day at the office.
Yeah.
You're doing the same punches you've been throwing. Just remember, okay, the smaller gloves, I just gotta know that, okay, it's not a 14 ounce. And just like when you put on your first time when you fought amateur, okay, it's not a 14 ounce, it's a 10 ounce, but the glove is a little bit just as wide, but I gotta make sure that it's at a certain, because remember, when you got a 14 ounce, it covers up more. Mm-hmm. The boss, okay, let me just make sure, since now I'm wearing a 10 ounce in the amateurs, that it's wide, but not as wide. Let me make sure, that's what, just make those little tiny adjustments. Whether it's power lock or whatever, know that, okay, I'm wearing power lock. So I know I got a big bar right here that's going to help me with defense. I got a wide span here where I could really catch and shoot or whatever. And, you know, got a nice little pad right here. I could catch off the forearm. You know, those little things. And know that, control your breathing, because that anxiety of, it's time, I'm fighting at home. This is what I've been working for, whatever. You could lose 3 rounds worth of energy just from the ring walk. You know, just from the ring walk. So, you know, just control your breathing and take that first 30 seconds to control and get everything back on. Because once he puts his hands on you, or once he comes out to put his hands on you, a lot of times I've heard guys say, you got the crowd, but it kind of goes away a little bit. Like now,
it's like you zone in. It's time to fight.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's like dead silence, and all you hear, no matter how loud it is, you can only hear your coach. It's like, but it's almost like a bubble. And as soon as you catch him with a big shot or he's hurt, then all of a sudden the crowd breaks that bubble.
Right.
It's like, oh, like that type of thing. You know, but like I said with Nesto, Metro, so many guys in your corner that have been there, done that. It's gonna be just another day at the office for you.
Yeah, and that's because Nesto really say, like, go in there, take your time, relax. Once you really sit back and relax, pick your shots, be smart, but don't get caught up. The hype,
don't get caught up in it. Yep.
You know, that's mainly what I'm trying to get down. And that defense, because you don't got no headgear, so anybody can get a puncher's chance with those type of small gloves on.
Yeah,
so
especially
definitely gotta be big on defense.
Reyes's, horsehair Reyes's, or foam Grants, in the way that, because Grant's considered the foam puncher glove, like it's a puncher glove, but it's foam. The horsehair is more like the difference. Like I swear, Reyes and Grant's kind of similar glove because of the shape. It goes straight up and down. Power lock kind of like goes a little bit outward. Like it goes just a little bit of a curve, just enough for a guy like how Jared handles it, goes out wider, like that. But know what gloves you wearing. Because one thing I did learn is, like, I remember one time I was doing C pattern work with Lil Keon, we had on pro gloves, but we was just working on stuff because that day he was like, I already done lifted weights and did 14 ounces the day before. Today, just do the 10 ounces, whatever. But you could see the difference, and you just got to know what gloves you wearing, what you could get away with, what you can't get away with. You know, like for instance, if you wear Reyes, you know that's not a really big defensive glove. And then if you pick the shot, you're gonna feel it all the way on your palm. And if you catch on the forearm, you're gonna feel it all the way because there's no padding really on Reyes. It's on here or here. It's all here basically. You know, but if you got Power Lock or you got Grant's the punch glove, but you still got a little bit of padding here on the wrist, and but it's still a slender glove. But if Everlast Power Lock, you got a little bit more wider, a little bit more of a span on the side. You know, you can catch a little more than whatever. You can catch off that bar right here. No, you can catch right here because how the crease is, boom, whatever. Catch, whatever, catch a little more. So that's all it is. And then once you know what gloves you want, you'll know, okay, well, how far you can pull back on the parry. Do I catch here or do I catch here a little more? Whatever. You'll know. You'll know.
I'm glad
You're a
you
fighter.
said that.
You know.
Those little things gonna play that major part. Really.
Yeah, man, you a fighter. You'll know. Don't worry. You'll know. You'll know. You already been there, done that. You'll know. So, but I just can't wait to see as you progress and how you've watched all those tapes. And I just know like how your feet placement is similar to how Ty stuff used to do, slide in and out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those tapes like Orlando Canizales and you know another good guy you watch, Fernando Vargas.
Yeah.
Fernando Vargas too. Trying to think of a black and white day fighter though. I want to think of one. Willie Pep. Willie Pep was a good one when it comes to lateral. Willie Pep. I want to say, I won't say Bobby Chacon because Bobby Chacon he's a really good inside fighter, but he was a little bit too in the middle sometimes. Too many unnecessary shots, like in unnecessary wars. But I want to say, I want to say Randy Turpin. The way sometimes he'll move his back foot, his front foot will stay right in play, but his back foot, man, oh my God. But a lot of those guys too late. But I think the biggest tape I just want you to watch, and I think maybe it'll benefit you, is the Orlando Canizales, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely watch him.
Slapped on that dude. They slapped on that dude, bro. He was a world champ, but you don't hear his name mentioned like that no more. And it's like, people talk about Lomachenko, and I'm like, bro, do y'all not understand? Like, boxing is the same old chicken, different seasoning. For real. It's the same old chicken, just different seasoning. It's just the seasoning is whatever fighter and how he wants to do the chicken. What's his style? What's his thing that he do that makes him different? That he utilizes for himself and his body type and his skill sets. But everything's been done over again. I mean, people talk about Floyd and the Philly show, and who did you hear me mention? Georgie Benton, the black and white days, went against the mob and didn't get a title shot, and became a top. Yeah, he wouldn't go for the mob and wouldn't take dives and he wouldn't. They wouldn't give him a title shot. That's what it is. I mean, he said it's just how. And to the day he died, he said, hey, that's just how it was. That's what it was. I fought, kept it moving. You know, but he was one hell of a Philly show. Another guy, Buddy McGirt, that you can watch. Buddy McGirt was bad. My goodness. People don't mention. People just know him as a great trainer. And you'll hear them say former world champion Buddy McGirt and trainer of the year Buddy McGirt. But people, man, that was nice. I remember he fought for the title on week notice. A week notice. He always stayed in shape, but of course he's resting. But he always made weight. So he was like, okay, I'm going to spar Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rest Saturday, fight Sunday. That's what he did. And he won the title.
And that's different. That's a different type.
Bruh, like what?
Wow.
Like, of course that tells you he never let his weight balloon up and he stayed in good shape. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, dog, not 2 weeks notice. Not like this is him after already fighting and now he's on rest time, like a 2 weeks rest, 3 weeks rest, whatever. And now get the call to fight for the title and jump in. All right, well, don't worry about it. My stamina still got to go. He knew he could go 8, but he was worrying about the last because I think he was a 15 rounder. And 15 rounder. 15 rounder, dog.
Right.
Like, he gets
Talk
some
about
15.
12 rounds.
15, bro. And you know what? I remember hearing my dad say, man, Ray saved a lot. When Ray Leonard did what he did by making the rounds change from 15 to 12, he saved a lot of lives.
That's crazy you say that. He was just talking about that when he came over here. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. He brought Johnny over there. I was sparring with Johnny getting ready for his fight. But he came
My
over
dad?
there. Yeah.
Oh,
that's when I texted you. I was like, man, I was in there with Pops, man. That's my man. He gave me some good knowledge in there too. But that's what he was mainly talking about, especially them old fights. Pinpoint. Like, we be in the middle of spawn. Hold stop. This and that and the third. You can do this. You can do that. Like, he really got some knowledge. He really told me some knowledge. I appreciate that.
You hear that hard work? People tip their hat to you, man. Shit. All right, but, you know, so he was like, man, bro, he saved a lot of lives changing that from 15 to 12. And you got to think, you in shape. He said he knew he could go 8, but you still got 7 more. So let me just spar every day leading up to the fight, rest the day before. Because back then, the weigh-ins wasn't the day before. The weigh-ins was the morning of back then. So he rested Sunday, just ran, shadow box, get rope. And then Sunday, when the fight was on NBC, I think, weighed in 9 in the morning, and then he fought later that night. And Buddy McGirt was famous, because, you know, he fought Andrew Counsell late in his career. He was famous for saying, Buddy McGirt, you done had a great career. Now you're going to call it. So, you know, what's the first thing you're going to do? He says, is that a serious question? I'm going to an all-you-can-eat buffet. Where you think I'm going? Oh, man. The great Buddy McGirt, man. Him and Simon Brown went at it. The great Simon Brown, butter, mantequilla. All right, man, them two, man, they went at it. They went at it, man. And, you know, I remember when I was a kid, your father was fighting. I remember when he was fighting. God, he was a dangerous puncher. Dangerous puncher.
Man, I be sitting there looking at some of his old fights. I was like, man, one thing I can say, you can punch and you was in some shape.
Yeah, because it was like non-stop punching from the beginning. Like, bricks. Throwing bricks. And I'm like, they throwing bricks this early? I'm moving.
That's what he real big on, though. Like, he was like, man, if you in shape, you good. Like, you got to be in shape. That's what him and my godfather, James McAllister, that's what they really be big on. Like, if you in shape, you can be smart,
you
box, but you can crack all night long if you in shape. That's it. You got to be in shape, got to run, gotta do this. It's big on that.
Especially to your point and to to both of those legends' points, my dad used to say the same things, because you never know when you're going to get that call. You never know when you're going to get that call.
He always, he be saying that to everybody in the gym, like, you got to be ready. You get that call, sometimes that call can come once in a lifetime, so you got to be ready at all time. You got to stay ready. You can't come in the gym and get ready.
Job.
Like, you got, that's
this
exactly
is your job.
what he said.
That's what my father say. Man, you can tell they all on the same.
This become your job, man.
I swear, man.
He said once you sign that contract, you officially a fighter. This is your job. This what you put first. You don't put nothing else first. This is your job. You gotta be head on, head right. Like, this what you do. You get paid to do this, so you want to do this the right way. You don't want to go in there and give it half the percentage, and you be like, you don't want to have no regrets. Yeah. I wish I would have. I wish I could have. Man, that
dude wasn't on my level, man. And then I ain't do. Now you kicking yourself in the ass the rest of your life when that come up in your head. Mm-hmm. You know, you never know when you gonna get that call. Now, I mean, I heard my dad say it so many times and tell me about so many of his friends get a call and they had to rob them because they fought so good. They just like, man, he won the fight. They robbed him. You know, he came in on 3 days' notice, came in on a week's notice, came in on this, that, and the third. Look at the dude who just beat earlier this year. He beat Lil B-Hop, Lil Prime Time.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
man.
He came in on what was it? 4 days, 3 days notice? And they had no tape on him. No tape on this guy. 17-0 with 14 knockouts, some shit like that. They had no tape.
Then the lead up, he was so humble to lead up, and he
was
talking garbage. I remember watching that fight. I was watching that fight with Nesto, Metro, Frank, and my father. This was right when we was fighting in North Carolina. We was watching that fight. I'm like, man, that was really a big upset. And it put him in good position, too. But I'm like, How can you talk trash like that and then go out sad like that? That's why you can't overlook nobody.
Where they messed up at, when they pulled his name out the bucket, they should have said, "Oh, you ain't got no tape on him. Next guy." Especially in the pros, you should. And I understand by that time you're a week out before the fight. I get it. You don't want to throw that money away. I get it. But excuse me, if you able to get that name, you could give me another name. There's no tape on this guy. And I understand why he still took the fight. It was arrogance. It was ego. But at the same time, it's Lil Prime. It's Lil B. Well, we always knew him as Lil B hopping the amateurs. But like now you call him Prime. Like you would think because of his amateur skills and pedigree, the adaptation to go back to the fundamentals and get rid of it and just outbox this guy. But he wanted to punch with him, and he realized I can't stay here and punch with this mother because his punch is coming through the damn glove. But, you know, to the point, you know, with the staying in shape thing, I've heard, my dad heard, Uncle Nestor heard, you know, the great King McAllister, your dad, legendary, full of like, you know, I heard so many guys say that, man, that stay in shape. You never know you're gonna get that call. You know, man, this is your job. Do you want to do your job? Nah, you letting your weight balloon up 20, 30, 40 pounds in between fights, or 20 pounds of, you know, like I was taught, you don't never go more than, whatever you rehydrate, let's say you rehydrate 12 pounds, you shouldn't go over that after the fight's over. It should be no more than that. No more than 15, like, okay, because you're going to drink some more water after the fight, whatever. You know, but it shouldn't go 15 because you already know the first 6, 7 going to be water anyway. Yeah. You know, but those certain things, you know, and there's only a few guys that really live like that now. Like Caleb Plant stay in shape all year round.
Blast shape.
You know, Damon stays in good shape all year round. Who else? I want to make sure I give guys they props. Mikey Fox, the Fox boys, Sly and Fest, they stay in shape all year round. You know, those guys, man, it's do you want this to be your job or not? Do you want to get a 6-figure payday or not? You know, do you want or higher? You know, do you want to get to the top 15 and get guaranteed 60 grand, 90 grand, 100 grand? You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, and when you staying in shape like that, nobody can sneak up on you.
At all. You're always ready.
Yeah, and then if you know how your godfather, your dad said you could crack all night, you could even set up traps with the crack now because not everything got to be hard. You could sit there, first 3 be fast, and you've been sitting there, all right, I'm going to put 50 on it. Ta, 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 ta. Oh, wait, this dude getting touched around. I said, okay, I think he's starting to wear now. You sit down on the stool. Yeah, I think he's starting to wear just a little bit. I'm going to try to sit on the inside, sit down on something, pick it up. And that's exactly what you want. You know what I'm saying? You tell pop, 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 pop. Shotgun it a little bit, shotgun jet a little bit, back to the fast stick. All of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. And next, or you might go boom, 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 boom. Like 5 shots, first 3, fast, last 2 hard. And next thing you know, boom.
And that defensive pressure coming.
Yep.
You can really walk him down.
Yeah, now he froze, and now he got to recover, and now he's trying to get away. All right, now I got to, okay, I'm moving. Now you all of a sudden, you just, nah, you're not going this way. So, nah, you ain't going this way. Nah, come this way. Like, it's over. Yeah. You know, that's the type of party it is, man. You know, but
when you're in shape, you can do some things you'll never expect. When you're in that blast shape.
And get your second win faster. You don't know when it's going to come, but when it come, it's like, oh, shit. Like, it's like somebody shot you up with like something, bro. Like, yo, you be coasting and everything. Like, oh, shit, I got a second win. You wondering, when am I going to get it? When am I going to get it? And you said you just keep working. And next, sometimes it happen in the corner after they put cold water on you or something. But sometimes it happen, right? You tired, throw that next flirt. What? Oh,
yeah, like, you know when you know when that second win coming for real. You know when that second win coming.
Oh, have you got a second win before? That's just it's like a nitrous hitting a car, though.
Especially if y'all in there throwing heat, you like, am I tired? But then you, now like it's my turn. Like it's like, all right.
So if he getting the best of it, throwing all bricks, and he's starting to get tired, and you get the second win, and he don't, it's like, yeah, now the sport, now this shit really starting now. Like, you just look at your dad could be talking to you, just, yeah, motherfucker, and this shit about to start now. Let's see what's cracking now.
It's usually when you hit him with like a gut punch or something. I get that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
If you tattooing somebody, Man, I tell you, it ain't nothing like hitting somebody with a good combination over and over. You like, man, I want more. I gotta go back and get more. Like, I swear that rush. Oh my goodness, man.
But the worst is if you fuck up and you just keep punching yourself out. Remember, Franchon was on here last week. Franchon was like, "Man, I hurt her early, and she wouldn't go." And then it's like, "Oh Lord God, don't shoot your baby in the leg right now," because it's like, damn, this so didn't go to it. So you gotta, for people who don't know, when you hurt somebody with a shot, with a sparring or a fight, because it depends, with the sparring or whatever. But you hurt a guy with a shot, it's like it's different because you might feel it, but the weird ones is when it's a delayed reaction. You didn't think he was hurt.
Yeah.
Because you don't think he hurt, and next thing you know, you realize he hurt. It could be boom. Then he goes backwards, or he stay right there and his body freeze and he just start blinking. Like this, like, oh, he hurt, and you jump on him, but you throw your shots, and as you're throwing them, you gotta like take your time because you thinking to yourself, I don't want to burn out, so I'm trying to pick it. Boom, 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 boom. Like you said, boom, 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 body shot, boom. Then throw a fast shot, then throw a hard right hand, loader, then shotgun it, then touch, whatever. Don't smother yourself. The whole time you think, don't smother yourself, don't smother yourself, don't smother yourself, because now you want to jump on them, but you don't want to go too far because that's how it's they on the ropes. And your worst part is you don't want to smother. Next thing you know, now he getting an extra 8 seconds because he just clinched you.
Right.
And they trying to go behind the referee and they say, break. He leaning on his on. Then he finally gets off and he gets some more win.
That's the main point. That's what we saying. You got them hurt, take your time, but let your hands go too. But place the shots right.
Yes.
So it's like, it ain't nothing like you get somebody hurt, then you let them off that hook. You like, dang, I should have. So definitely, when I get somebody hurt, I make sure I hear that in my ear. Take your time, place your shots, let your combinations go for sure.
But also look for the uppercut though, because I know it's a lot of guys when they get hurt, the ones who still got cognitive thinking, but their legs are kind of gone, their vision kind of blurry, but still got cognitive thinking, they know where they are. They think of the typical shots you're gonna throw: right hand hook, body shot, right hand hook. Now I'm saying someone don't even throw body shot, but brick hook is what you think. But when you sit on some shit, you go make them look at that shit and you go boom and then shoot an uppercut. For some reason, every guy that ever gets hurt, they ain't never expecting an uppercut to finish him. Never. Am I lying? I thought it was just me. Like, I was like, maybe it's just me and Dad, but I don't think these dudes be noticing or thinking. They thinking it's just hook gonna come. Hook, bricks, hook, bricks.
Looking for that hook or that brick. But that uppercut, they definitely not looking for that uppercut.
They not looking for it.
It's so sneaky. Like, boom, you get hit with that joint. Especially you don't see it coming.
Mm-hmm. And then what you're trying to, it seem like to me from talking to you, you want your money shot to be delivered, just to freeze your guy. Mm-hmm. And even if you don't sit down from the body shot, your biggest thing is if you freeze him, and he goes, whether it's you freeze him and his legs stuck, or you hear him go, that little, and then you come up top, that'll be the biggest thing. But you can wind up going, boom. And then boom, but if he got his glove like this and you can't go like this, you can turn your glove vertical, go boom, come up, and then all leverage, boom, drop the brick coming down like over and yeah, it's like a sledge coming down. Just, drop all that right there, coming straight down. Cause now you already done locked your foot on the outside of his, so he can't go this way. He can't. And then if he tries to go this way, all you gotta do is just move your back foot in here and just stay alert. Cause now. And young fighters, listen to what we about to say real quick. When you step to the right to cut him off, you got to still, all because your man hurt. And I don't hear this coaches say that, like, certain coaches, I don't hear this often anymore. I was always trained, a man is most dangerous when he hurt. Because now he got to fight for his life. Mm-hmm. Whether it's, so the lights don't get cut out at his house, or the lights don't get cut off in his brain. Because, sometimes them lights get cut off in your brain, they never turn back on. Or they turn back on and you're not the same with different things like that. But, man, it's most dangerous when he's hurt. Because now he got to fight for his life. And what do you see? Look at Kevin Kelly. How many fights you done seen the great Kevin Kelly in where this man is hurt? And all of a sudden, Boom! And he hurt the dude, and dude was out cold. Derek Smoke Gainer put Derek Smoke Gainer cold. Wilder's back on the canvas. Prince not seen my man on the canvas.
Yeah. Then who else I think that you said that Diego Corrales, that legendary fight.
Oh
Man, the
my
way he
God.
came back, oh my goodness. That fight, I still be watching that fight. Like, you came back from that, boy.
And
dog.
I mean, that's them fights. And you heard, if you watched the pre-fight with Diego said he knew the fight was gonna be like that, and he had to make a decision with himself. He had to make a decision with himself, like, this is what it's gonna be. That he reserved a hospital bed for himself. I mean, of course, when you go to fights like that, they're already gonna get you a hospital bed if you're gonna, like, if you have to go to the hospital for checkup or whatever afterwards, they're gonna give you a room regardless. But he, just in case, he went to the hospital. He found out what hospital was gonna work the fight. He went up there and said, "I need a room. I think I'm gonna need a room this weekend." That's gangster.
Yeah.
That is some gangster shit right there, man. That's cold. Like, man, I know what I'm about to walk into, and I'm gonna walk to it. I got no other choice. Let's do this. Man, that man got all my respect forever.
Stack them shits. He put it all on the line. All on the line.
Those them fights that take years off your life. Years. Just so you can live like a king. Just so you can live how bad you want this shit. Those them fights that my father used to always say. So you say you want to be a fighter, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you say you want to box, huh? You about to find out. You about to find out. And I know you know this, coming from dads who got a name in this area, it's a bitch being a son and you about to start boxing. Because it's like, nobody's ranking on you. Like, ain't nobody like talking shit. It's just more or less, you got shoes to fill almost.
Yeah,
it's
what
like,
you gonna bring to the table?
Yeah, what you bringing to the table. It's like, okay, you got this big ball right here and you're the little ball and you're just trying to move first you step from behind it, then you're just trying to move just enough over and then get beside it and then walk forward and move forward. Like, it's like that almost. And it's like, when you have that, it's a blessing because they done seen it and they could tell you, watch out for this, because they done seen so much. But like, it's a big deal. It comes with a lot. It comes with a whole lot, and you gotta make that conscious decision. Cause I remember when I got dropped, that flash knockdown, when I hit that canvas, my father, I was sitting all these top guys, doing fine. Father would never give me props. Never say, yeah, man, you still don't know if you want to box or not. Man, you still don't know if you want to fight or not. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I'm running out in the cold. I'm doing my road work. I'm doing all this shit. What is you talking about? And then when I got put on my ass and I got up and I responded the right way, I find out later on, he told my mother, he really want to do it. Okay, he wanted, damn, I know he want to fight. And he really loves it. Oh, it took you, wait, what time? It's like, hold on, the disrespect. It's like, you know what? I'll put you in a home, motherfucker. I swear, bro. I was like, man, that home gonna be a deluxe Home Depot cardboard box in this bitch. I swear to God. And it's gonna have the best, you know what? And the duct tape to hold it together in the rain gonna be your favorite color, blue, motherfucker. I swear. I swear, man. I swear. But yeah, man, it's those them fights where, oh, so you say you want to be a fighter. And you know, because you had Roach and all them was the coach. I remember when Big Meech was in the tough fight. Remember, Big Meech had offers to play football. And I forget the guy's name, but he was right there with Meech. It was on ESPN. God rest his soul. Our Coach Roach, Coach Bug, he sat down. He said, "Don't worry, I got him." Like, he just calmed the storm down, how he worked the corner. He went just like this. I forgot what name he said. He said, "Don't worry, I got him. Give me the water. Remember when we came over to you?" It's one of the moments where that minute in between rounds felt like 5 minutes. He said, "Remember when we had that meeting at your house? And you said, 'Nah, Coach, I'm not going to take the football scholarship. You want to box?'" He said, "Yes, sir." He He said, well, now you about to find out. So you say you want to be a fighter, huh? Yes, sir. So you really want to do this? And this is where you find it out right now. And I was like, and like I'm watching it on live television on ESPN. I'm like, and Meech responded. But those are those moments where you find out, are you a boxer or you a fighter? Do you like what comes with boxing or do you like to fight? And that's what I've really learned watching a lot of guys, man. Like for real, like especially them guys like Dio Corrales, man. Jesus Christ, Fernando Vargas too, man. Them wars that even when they lost, they still got big respect. Like man, you lost, but you didn't lose. Yeah. Like you lost, but you lost a piece of yourself because of what you put on the line that night. But you didn't lose. You may have a loss in your record, but you didn't lose because look at your stock still went up. It's either stayed the same or went up, and you done gained so many more fans because they gonna say that guy represents me. Johnny Tapia. All them gonna man, that guy represents me.
Those them type fights that test you mentally and physically.
Mm-hmm. Man, and people don't understand. Like it's fights like that sparring sessions like that happen. You sitting there, your hips sore and shit like that, little stuff like your hips be sore. I never forget one fighter told me, he said, man, if you go into a fight and you 100%, you ain't do shit in camp. Not saying you're supposed to go in there 50%, 70%, beat the hell up, but you're supposed to at least go in there 93, 98, something like that. You know, it's like you're going to have your little nicks. Like basically 93, 98% is what you're supposed to be going in. You shouldn't be going in there 100%. Because I mean, you did the work all the way through. Yeah. You didn't cheat yourself. You know? You know, and I think that's a cheat code that you kind of have. It's a blessing because the era that our dads came up in, it wasn't as much coddling. It was killers fighting killers, and they all were in their own area. Like these days, you don't see that as much anymore. It's more so we're gonna bring guys from West Bumblefuck or from North. Like I remember Ross Gad Bambas from Hungary coming up here to fight, and that helped because you're not having these guys fighting each other. Even though the guys back then didn't mind. Look at Keith Holmes and Andrew Council. They beat the fuck out of each other, bro. Jesus Christ. Like they beat and they bestest friends for Everest. Like I don't know if y'all ever seen them together in public. Them man was his bestest friends for Everest. I mean, hugs. Like
that's how it be though, especially a lot of times in the amateurs. You fight somebody you know, it's like, oh yeah, it's all love, but when in it, it's like
so then y'all start sparring each other to help each other get ready, especially if one of y'all turn pro before the other guy. Oh my God.
A whole bunch of them. So it's like when you in there, y'all in there sparring or y'all getting each other ready for a fight. We gotta get each other ready. You in a real fight, you like, oh yeah, it's all love, but all that gotta go out the window now. Like we really gotta work. But at the end, oh yeah, it's cool. You getting on the game tonight? Like,
no bull.
No
bull, bro.
It's just good. Like I be saying, good competition.
Yep.
So it is.
And I don't think that's like the cheek to the cheat code thing, like with having your dad Nesto, and of course, you know, you got my number, you got, you know, hit my dad anytime, man. It's all up. It's back then, them dudes, man, was fighting killers. Like it was nonstop. It was this is gonna hurt to say this, but it was so many guys that I saw back then that had so much talent, but that had so much heart and balls that they didn't. I'll fight anybody anytime, anywhere, but it wasn't always smart to, right? Type of thing. So it's like these days, the benefit, the turnaround from that is now we got more prospects and they're moving them up the right way instead of having this top guy from this area fighting another top guy from our same area and they breaking each other down almost. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, and that's the biggest benefit is more prospects that are all moving up together and just sparring each other to help each other get ready. Because you got, I remember Larry Riccio, Mike Reed, Jared. It's me, Two Shop J. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna name all the rest of the names from the Saturdays that used to be up at Keystone. Upstairs, I'm just gonna name Hillcrest. When it was me, you got me, Blaze, Jared, Justin, Pat, Lil J, Sweet Tea, she was in there. It was one more person. It was one Panama. All of us sparring each other. That's all of us in one gym. And everybody got a name. Everybody got a skill set. Everybody's like winning. And all of them sparring each other. And then you calling certain days. And you got my dad bringing guys over for me to work with, whatever, Keystone. Or I go back to Keystone, work with guys from old school, whatever. But or when we were all together at Hillcrest, you got Lantes and them coming by, Fox Boys coming by, the Mons coming by, Troy Isley, Antoine Action, Douglas. All of these guys coming to help each other, spar each other, to help them get to the money. You know, like, and I think that's the biggest takeaway from the difference between back then to now, that actually helps instead of hurt more.
Right.
Because it was so many bad motherfuckers back then, bro, that were just fighting each other. Hell, Yo Vavo fucking fought Tony Jetta. Now, Matt, like, I mean, they went back and forth. It was all you heard that whole fight. And I'm like, bruh. And it's like, and you was like, okay, and they both were prospects. It wasn't like, okay, they both were like prospects. And it's like, okay, can you imagine though if you took them two from that and just picked them up and plugged them into today in their prime, same as when they were about to fight each other, but this time they don't fight each other. They just sparring, and they now gonna fight on the same card, but they having somebody from it. You get what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Yeah, okay, cool. I felt like, okay, yeah, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's way more preservation.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that different type of push, especially if y'all know y'all going to the same goal. Like, we got to fight the same day. We might as well push each other. That's how I be in the gym. Like, a lot of people, we got fights coming up the same time or around the same time. It's like, I'm going to push you. I'm going to make sure you get your fight. You get 100%. I get 100%. Like, you slacking. Oh, no, don't be slacking. Pick it up.
Yeah.
We got fights. That's one thing that I do love, though. When you got them good people in the gym with you, y'all got fights coming up. That motivate. Like, that motivation, that push, they give you a different type of feeling. Like, you looking forward to coming to the gym now just to be around those people to work hard with. That's
Kevin Rivers, that was the last name I couldn't think. Kevin Rivers was in the gym with us. God, that Bama was mean. Good God, oh my! And he was another guy who was okay with it. Walk away. And this was gonna be a world champ. Like, there's no doubt on it. He was at the least, he was gonna be a top 15 contender. But basically, he was a world champ. Like, it was gonna happen. And it's just, you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna just go ahead and call it a career. I'm comfortable. That takes
a lot,
bruh.
A lot.
But also, yeah, I think he done had so many amateur fights. So many, like, people don't understand. Like, I ain't understand it until, you know, talking to people like you, that I'm like, you know me? Man, I know your father. Like, how you know me for? I ain't nobody. And you like, nah, son, you know, you giving me props on Instagram, so many different people. And because of my illness, me not being able to fight, I'm like, man, I can't sit at the table with y'all. Y'all got it. And then them guys be like, dog, you weren't no sparring partner. You was sparring all these top guys, helping them get ready.
Right.
And some of the sparring sessions was like fights, and those take a toll too. And then people don't understand about them sparring sessions is that those are rounds. Like, I never get Roy Jones said, when you see a guy get old, like, in one round, you could get old. In one round, I just seen it. One round, guy get old. I done seen a guy get old in the dressing room, hitting the mitts, looking sharp as a tack. Next thing you know, next second, like, what the fuck? And it's like, it's scary. But like, when you see a guy get old, that's all them years of sparring and training and exhaustion that just hit a brick wall at that moment. And you know, so and that's when guys to just say, Junior, you know, spar since you was a little kid, like, those are thousands of rounds that also play a factor too.
Yeah.
You know, so, and when that happens, you don't, like my dad said, you don't get it back. You don't get none of it back. You get better, but you don't get it back. So it's like I never get Nesto said, Keyshawn Williams that came over to spar. My dad used to train him when he was real little. Started him off, and when he came over to spar, And his father was like, man, I really like, he was working with Jerry, he was working with all of them, and he was like, man, I really like this work. This is good work. He said, yeah, man, like, wow. He said, man, I done had all that hard sparring in my career. He's like, it's good, but it's not always needed. And he was, Uncle Nestor was like, why would I do that hard sparring, man? We don't need that, man. You don't get, this ain't badminton we doing. This ain't badminton or chess. This ain't tiddlywinks. Like, this is, you getting hit. And when I went to med school, I'm finding out, like, man, you're bright, man, it scared the shit out of me. I was in class and we reading the book and they say, we just find out that studies show from what we've learned that the brain from our analysis finishes growing in the ages of between 24 and 27. I'm like, I swear I'm sitting there, and a few of the people that were in it knew, like, oh yeah, that's Junior, whatever, he boss, whatever. And I'm sitting there like this, like, and two of them people looked up and they was like,
you really doing this sport for real?
and I'm like, even the shots that you slipping and sliding, you like, dang, good thing I slipped and slide that shit.
Yeah,
like, because you think of some of the shots that you do take, it's like, dang, your brain ain't done development that we know of. That was the biggest thing written there. That we know, that my professor said, that we know of. 27. And think of how much sparring and fighting and all that stuff that you do at a high level to 27. So it's you kind of get enamored by it, but at the same time, it also makes you think,
right.
like, wow.
Right.
And I think that's a big benefit to have the way that you guys work and how you turn in that corner. Because I promise you, please mark my words when I say this, you're going to be in a fight one day, similar to how Jared was in that fight with Laura. He made Laura feel all of them years of boxing in Cuba, all 38 years old. I think he was 36, 37, 38, something like that. And made him feel old, made him feel his legs. Mm-hmm. And you saw all of that good sparring, not overworking himself, come out in Jared, those rounds 9 through 12, because what did you see him do? Jump off the stool, go run at him, and then had the power to hurt him late. And I think honestly, that's going to be the same thing for you, where that extra reservoir is there. That's going to benefit.
Yeah, definitely.
You thinking about it right now, ain't you?
Yeah, for real though. Like when you said that, I'm like, dang, like people who take blows to the head like that, like that make you think a whole lot. Like you really gotta be smart. Spawn, fights. But that just go to show you can't have no hard spawn. Hard spawn, I mean, it's good to have it sometimes, but it's not needed.
All the time.
It's not needed. Like you can really learn a lot with technical spawn and even drills. Mm-hmm. You can learn a whole lot. That's how I learned. Drills, technical spawn. I mean, yeah, you had the wars here and there, but mainly.
But it was right technical. At the right time. Help you get ready for a tournament, turning that corner. It was the right timing, right thing. But when our dads was fighting, man, it was you just spar hard, and it was just a normal day at work.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But yeah, man, like looking at them guys like Tony Jetta and your father, man, killers. These men were monsters, man. I'm telling y'all, because I was the young kids I'm watching, like, these dudes were monsters, man. Killers, like sweet giants, basically. They say, what do they call gentle giants, like that? Like, I always say, like, my dad, your dad, Uncle Nest, they were my superheroes growing up, man. It's like, but they were right there in front of me, like, y'all like Superman. But guess what? These are all my Supermen right here in this gym. Watch this. And those guys, man, it's like, hard spawn all the time. And they were all killers. And it was dog eat dog in there. You either ran with the pack and you was in that pack, or you basically you left. Like I always tell people, that was headbangers before head. Round 1, old Hillcrest, that was headbangers before headbangers, yo. I swear, man. And your dad and all them were like those guys. They were monsters. They were killers, man. And I think that benefits you, because now you're like, man, all that's not needed. You just need to be in dog shape. Make sure you run. Make sure you do this or whatever, and watch the benefit of it later on. Because now you'll have more to give. Like, think about Kevin Kelly, bro. If you watch Kevin Kelly's tapes, like, go watch Kevin Kelly's tapes, bro. That man was slick. He was a mean southpaw. But when he fought Prince Nassim Hamed, the first thing I thought was, because he was in some wars before he fought Prince Nassim Hamed. And I'm like, and people know about the Derek Smoke Gainer fight and all that stuff. But I'm like, there's other fights too. He was in wars. And back then, them dudes were killers too. Like, they fought, made money, and they moved on. Like, it wasn't no, I need that shirt too. You can't have that shirt. I need that in my pay-per-view shares as well. Like, it wasn't that. But them dudes, when I saw him get dropped by Prince Nassim Hamed and the fight got stopped, first thing I thought was, as a little kid watching, I wonder if he wasn't in as many wars. And I heard guys that were around say he been in too many wars. Too many wars. And it's like, okay, if he wasn't in, if you take away 2 of them wars, just 2, if you take away 2 of them wars that he was in, does he get up and finish that fight? Because when he went down, it's like his body just shut down. Would he have been able, if he would have took 2 of them wars, forget about the amateur stuff, forget about the gym wars, forget about all that, just 2 of them wars through his pro career, how does his body stay up? Does his body keep pushing for that Prince Nassim Hamed fight? I believe so, but that's just to the testament of what we, discussing.
Yeah. That wear and tear on your body.
Bruh.
That wear and tear. Recovery is a big thing. You gotta recover. Make sure you recover. Really.
Tell it. You ain't lying. You ain't telling no lies. Especially you being a prospect now, turn that corner. That's gonna be imperative. That's a good word. That would be imperative for you as you turn that corner. Though in the one thing I haven't tried though is the cryotherapy joint. You get in the ice, get in the freezer joint.
Yeah,
I haven't tried that. You
You
did that? How did it feel?
It feel like it's real cold, of course.
That's the first thing. It's real cold though, of course.
Yeah, it's real cold, of course, but it did like loosen my body up a little bit though. Like when it's like real, when it's like numb at first, and then it like loosens my bones up a little bit. But I don't really remember how it felt exactly because it was like a long time ago. I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, you only in there for like 30 seconds or something like that. They only put you in there for like a minute or something like that.
Man, that's a long time.
Yeah, especially for how cold it is.
And they were like negative 100 degrees. Man, oh my goodness.
I've done ice baths. Like, it depends on how my mom feels. I gotta convince my mom because me with my sickle cell, one of the triggers could be too cold, like, and that could trigger it. But I've always done pretty well with pools and cold water, whatever. But some people say they can't. They gotta stay as far away from ice. Like, you know how you play with your friends, you throw ice cold water on whatever. That'll like put them in the hospital for like 7 days, bro. But I want to try the crowd there. I just gotta convince mom. But the other joint I want to try is that joint where it look like a hockey. It look like a hockey pants, but you put your leg through it. That joint look like hockey pants. I want to try that joint. Oh, yeah. Where it got the wires connected to it. Yeah. I want to try that joint bad, especially for my legs. I really want to try that.
What's it do?
I think I gotta remember. I haven't read it in a minute, but I think it's supposed to like really help massage and loosen up everything. But I also want to buy myself a hyperbaric chamber. I really want that, especially for me and my illness, like sleeping in a joint with some oxygen. And I know a lot of fighters who do that. I think Headbangers got like 2 of them. They got 2 of them joints, like hyperbaric chamber. And I hear a lot of fighters and football players that I know, they be like, yeah, that really helps speed up the recovery because it produces more oxygen cells in the blood to help you recuperate more. Because, a lot of your healing happens when you sleep.
Right.
So, a lot of guys go to sleep in it and give you straight oxygen, pure oxygen. You breathing in as you sleeping in it.
Oh, dang, that's good. I never know that.
So, what is the other, did you go to franchise fight?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What did you think about it? I know you like, man, I'm going to fucking fight here, damn it. I'm going to fight here, yo.
For real, when I was in there with them, like the whole, because I was there in the back with them when they came up.
The secret elevator with the cage, that joint
with the red lights. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, with the red lights, like soaking all that in. I'm like, I really was in camp with these 2 fighters, and they about to go right here. And then Frankie being the co-main, so I'm just like, wow. Then Jay fighting for a belt. I'm like, oh my goodness, like that. I'm soaking all that in. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
motivation. Then ringside, both of their fights. I'm like, I'm really fighting here. Like walk around the venue, like look, I'm like, dang,
They
this
got
ain't
the hotel,
nice.
and
Like
and you like, man, I could stay in here, like, cause you know how far. It's not far, but it's you're not trying to make that drive the day
Right.
of the fight, you know, whatever. So, but you imagine living in that joint the day, like that whole weekend. Let's say Friday, Saturday, and you leave Sunday, but like just living it, and you come down from your suite or whatever to go. Yeah, I'm here to go and fight. They shoot you down the base, of that shit is tough, yo.
Then seeing people that I seen fight, like in the amateurs, and seeing other people that I probably done spar with, and they
Yep.
fighting, I'm like, dang, I'm really about to fight right here. So it's motivated me a lot. I'm like, all right, I gotta work hard. I gotta be ready, cause when it's my turn, I gotta be set, locked in. I gotta be ready to go.
And
Everything gotta be
remember I told you this. Okay, I get the 4-0. All right, I get the 7-0. That's when you start getting the calls. Cause when you start getting the 4-0, you get the 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. Those calls get a little more. Those calls start to get more repetitive. You know, cause now from local and others, you know, whether it be Tyrone, whether it be, I remember when Mike Reed was fighting local, and he making highlights. That man was putting dudes on highlight reels up at Rosecroft, and after each fight, the calls was getting more and more and more and more. Cause I interviewed him after one. I remember he said, man, I got to get used to this because I'm used to you being a fighter. I got to get used to you, but across the camera. But he was telling Digital Williams, me and Digital Williams, like, yeah, now the call's starting to become more. And I think, honestly, I don't think it was just the knockouts. It was that one fight where he was spinning around dude and pivoting on dude. That fight really, because now you really see, oh, yeah, he really thinking like a pro. It ain't just, he knocking out guys. He was getting better each fight. So it's like, once you get to that 4-0 or 7-0 period, that's when them calls are coming. You never know, but you selling tickets on top of that. That you fighting on that venue. Next thing you know, Tony Jett want to say, hey, I want a ticket, then have a meeting. Speaking it into existence. But like, you know, next thing you know, hey, I got this contract for you. I wanted you to fight for my promotion. And you next, you know, you taking that contract home and saying, okay, how long do I stay with him? How long this, that, and the third? You know, you never know. Next, you know, you getting a call from, God, I forget the Kaufman family. Damn, forget that. Because their brother was a top heavyweight, Travis Kaufman. Forget that daggone promotion, but up in Philly and all of them you may get a call from there. Or you just never know. You just never know. Once again, what we was talking about, we always hear our dads beating, and I stay ready. You never know who's gonna call. But you know, all those Jones. You know, next thing you know, hey, PBC wants you to have a fight on the card or whatever. Hell, it could even go as smooth as, you know, hey, Dusty wants you on this card. Next, you know, you fighting on Tony Jesselyn. You fighting at Mystics Arena. The next, you know, you going up to Merlin Live. You going up. You never know, bro. Just always think, okay, first goal, get through the first 2-3 fights of being pro and becoming a pro.
Right.
You know, being as that. Because I remember Gene Levinsky saying this. He said, you know, I know y'all done been in the ring thousands of times, but you still turning pro. So the first few fights are gonna be basically ducks. Like this is how he was doing it. He was like, it's gonna be ducks. But after that, I'm gonna put you in there with guys that you're supposed to win, but they're gonna fight a little bit to keep you sharp and get you better as a professional.
Build
So
your
when
confidence.
and then so when that time comes and you're under the big lights way past me, you're not gonna freeze. And it really benefited because Mike Reed showed up on so many top ranked cards. Jared, when he fought Frank Galarza, all those fights, they were on point. Yeah. You know, instead of some guys who I remember, you know, since a little kid watching, you know, it's you could see that all through boxing. Guys that, because they fought so many ducks, they develop bad habits or whatever, then they get in there with a dude who could fight. When they get to 14-0, let's say they get to 14-0, they fight a dude that's 23-4. Fringe contender. Was a top guy, but now he's still a top guy, but now he's older now, been in a few wars. He's starting to on his way out almost, but can fight. But you're supposed to beat him because he's not in his prime anymore. But you're supposed to basically be able to outbox him. And next you know, that dude give him a working over. You know, like that. You
And
know.
a lot of that stuff happened.
Bruh.
A lot.
What?
To a lot of top prospects, they overlook. And that stuff happened. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I think. Even with pros, even if you do fight a duck, it's what you do in that fight. How did you get better? How did you get the duck out of there? How did, like, little certain things that you did that you can learn from it and build onto it. That's how I say it.
Look at it like this, bro. I remember Customato saying this. It's not that you fighting tomato cans. It's how you get rid of the tomato can. How are you getting rid of that tomato can that I could see you little by little, you becoming a better pro, a better complete professional fight by fight? Because I done seen a lot of dudes fight tomato cans and they don't look.
Don't look
But
that good.
everybody on their job, you know, because everybody want to brag that they boy can fight. But they ain't in there. They don't feel them shots. They ain't in there taking them shots. You know, you always want to see the real friends is the ones, the real friends of family. I never forget, God rest his soul, my Uncle Marshall, he said, because I remember me and my dad, we hate when we see dudes come out with rappers. Like, do you paying this dude 10% from your purse just for 30 seconds of a ring walk? Like, but, you know, and it's like, that's a waste of money. But you got all these guys around your entourage, right? They ain't there for free.
Right.
They there, but they ain't just there just to enjoy the experience. They want a job. They want whether it's carrying this or grabbing that or whatever. They want money. So it's like, and I never forget, my Uncle Marshall said, you know who's supposed to be around you when you get in that ring, because when you get in there, you by yourself. Nobody taking them shots. I remember quiet as is kept, my father, he had a fighter, and this fighter tried to give my dad half of the purse, not 10%. He tried to pay my dad half. My dad said, whoa, what are you doing? He said, no, coach. He loved my dad. Josh Rupert, man, till this day, loves my dad to death, man. And he tried to give my dad half of his purse. My dad said, no, man. No, not too many people know this story. And because dad, you know, my dad all humble to the side. Don't want to, but I'm going to tell you, like, he's trying to give my dad half. My dad did this. Yeah, hey, oh yeah, whoa, no, what are you doing? He said, no, you take half. Nah, man, I'm only supposed to take 10%, and I don't even want that. Like, I don't even want that. And he said, no, you're with me in this because you care about me. Take half. He said, nah, man, you good? Hey, go. And side note, there's a lot of guys who would have took that half, but we're gonna keep that on the hush. There's a lot of guys that claim they love him, but they take half. But he was like, no. And he said, man, I'm not taking them hits. You are. My time is gone. My father said, my time is long gone. I ain't in there no more. All right, that's your money. You getting in there with the 10 ounces on, not me. That's your money. Now, think about that. Even though he is training, he said, my time is over. You taking them shots, not me. Even with Jared was like, man, it's a hard time. One time I was putting on his glove, he would always come to me after his fight. All right, June, because you know how I analyze and break down stuff. What you think? And I said, and I remember I said, man, I'm so proud, man. You look beautiful, man. You know, and I said, just remember when you see such a do this, whatever. Now it was after the Molina fight, because he came home and he said, man, you was right, man. That man threw hooks every time. But I was like, and we was tying up his gloves. He said, our time. I said, no, man. I appreciate that, but no, this is your time. I know I'm in there sparring with you and I'm helping or whatever. We're all together. But no, it's your time. It's all you. He said, that's why I love you, baby. Pat me on the stomach. Kept on going. But like Monk, he said, like for instance, when I got sick, didn't I shout on the show? I shouted out you, that's BINK. I shouted all y'all because, like Monk said, he said, when you take a shot, even if you don't get hit by it, you hear the whiff go past your ear or the whiff go past your ear, just see who ringside in your family said, whatever shot you take physically, look around and see who takes it emotionally.
All right.
Those the ones that's supposed to be in your camp. Period. That's all. Because Everybody love a dude that can fight, but they not dead when he pissing blood when this
At
shit is
all.
over.
At all. Everybody want a piece of that cake.
And they just want to
Don't
brag
wanna
that their
make
boy
it.
can fight.
They not there when you try
Yeah,
to make
son,
it.
my man 10K train, you saw him, man, yeah, he can fight, whatever. And I'm like, yo, because they ain't here, dog.
They not.
They not.
I swear, when it's really time to work, locking for camp, the ones who there, those are the ones who really need to be around. But as soon as you win, you get them people outside. Oh, this and that. You wasn't there when I was running those miles.
In the cold, all
that
this.
extra work. I got spa. I gotta do 2 days. You wasn't there. So the people who really be around.
But you know what? That's a little unfair. We can't say, we're not gonna do that. Cause they not boxers. We're not gonna say, but who's the ones that's there in the past? We're not talking about the future. We're talking about right now, as you transition. Them amateur fights, the training camps, the 2 days, all that shit. The ones who was there when you saw as a bitch just to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and it hurts because you sore as hell. You like, y'all ever been so sore after training or sparring, and you wake up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom, you go, oh, I gotta go to bed. Shit, fuck this. I could hold it for a little longer. You go back to sleep.
So swear.
Yeah, like, oh my God, bro. I swear, but those ones, like my sister, Kida, love you, girl. Like, she drove 12 hours. She was in school up in Florida, drove 12 hours just to come up here. Those people, my best friend, Big Ty. Shout out Big Ty. I went to go get that blood transfusion. This man was about to leave work. Like, no. So when you go back to camp, I'm gonna be with you. Just, if you need something, whatever. Those the real ones right there. Yeah. That's especially when that game changed and that money come involved when you turn pro.
Definitely.
Well, once again, you got the cheat code.
Yeah.
Cause you got your dad. You got so many people. When my dad pop up at the gym, you got him a question. You got Uncle Nestor. Your dad done been there as a top prospect. Your Uncle Nestor been there as a top prospect. They know they've been there, done that, and it's like they can already tell you, man, just watch out for that. You good.
And those are the type of people that I want around me, that I keep around me. So I know it's gonna be a lot of people, outsiders and stuff, but I know the people that's really here through the crinks and everything. I know for sure, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I ain't gonna get sidetracked by all the hype. I know what it is.
Cause I don't know what it is, but people just love people who can fight. Like, of course, you love somebody to defend themselves, but it's just something about our sport, bro, that people just love to be able to jock ride and say, yeah, that's my man, he can fight. And they talk more shit than you do. It's like, bro, you putting me in some stuff. Like, you talk more shit than I do. But it's like, to me, it's I remember my dad told somebody, he's like, she was years ago. Kid about to start training. He just wanted to train him. He's like, he said, yeah, can my son be as good as your son? My father was like, my dad said, I'm proud of him, but really I'm more proud that he in med school. More than this gonna be here. And also, and then another guy like Coach Herb, shout out Herb. He's like, I'm more proud of that kid because of how he can fight, but how he carries himself outside of the gym. Cause a lot of us that can fight, we be the most humble dudes. Like, no, yes, man. Like, are you a true champion? Like, I never get Roland Moss, Big Chopper. He said, "Are you a true champion outside the ring?" Like my Uncle Marshall, he said, "Who you think a true champion is?" And I said, "Roy Jones Jr." He said, he stay in shape all year round, and he fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. And he went for undisputed. He said, "That's cool. That's a good name." But nah, Alexis. He said that's cool, but nah, Alexis Arguello. Like, he said, because of how the true champion, like Johnny Tapia, those guys who won't grab, man, you need help across the street, whatever, they the champion of that whole neighborhood. Then they go from that neighborhood to that whole region. Then they go from that region to their whole state, where they say, that's our champ right there. He represent us, like how he carries himself. He's the $1 million fighter, but he don't care. Like that. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. So like, but yeah, that's not in the way that you carry yourself, how you be in the gym. I watched you, how we be on Instagram talking. stuff like that, man. You gonna be another guy from that Hillcrest bloodline that before you know it, you're gonna be a young vet like me, like going in, and they're gonna be looking at you like, yo, that's 10K Trey, such and such and such. And because they're gonna mimic you. And you're gonna be another name notched up at Hillcrest. And then not just Hillcrest, but then this area. Not just this area, but then the region. Then this whole United States, saying that this was another great fighter who carried himself the right way. And I'm proud to say I know you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I mean a lot.
You know that, bro. You know it, bro.
Yeah, before we wrap it up, we got a gift for you, the HYBERNATION 5s.
Man. Hey, I done seen Jay, Frank, I done seen
Jay was like gloating on y'all,
man,
too. He was
oh my goodness.
hard.
We was in the gym. I'm like, bro, I need me some of those. I'm like, let me listen. Nah, man.
They ain't let you hear him?
I probably only heard them once. But when I heard them, I was like, man, I gotta get a pair of these. It's like, these is likes that, bro. And it's in the areas DMV based. So I'm like, one of us? I forget Dr. Dre, no disrespect. Well, I got these, you know? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So you know about the bass boost on that joint?
Yeah, they told me.
The joint that when you hit that switch on the back left corner, hit that switch. Yeah, he messed my head up with that joint. He always started laughing. They recorded me and everything. I'm putting it on like, oh man, it sounds so clear. And all of a sudden, I'm gonna go down and hit him with the switch. All of a sudden, you see me do this. What's that? Yeah, man. That joke, like Sugar Wayne getting it totally blacked out while he getting his hands right, just chilling, listening to that joke.
Yeah, definitely. I've been waiting for these. Oh, Nesto, he said, get him one. I'm saying it to them, Nesto, so you
I got you, Tio.
You been pressing.
No problema, Tio. Te amo. Te quiero.
BINK also said give Trey the BINK shirt on the table.
Oh, dang.
I got Diego Corrales on the back.
For real? Dang, I appreciate that.
Go ahead, open it. Look at the back.
That's crazy. We was just talking about that's crazy. That's crazy. Man, I appreciate it, man. For real.
It's all love, man. It's all love. Don't sweat it, brother. I'm happy for you and I'm proud of you, man. So, and I already knew BINK had put because I could see it. I knew he was on something. I already know Carl ain't going because he the MC, so I knew he was going to say something like, yeah, yo, this is going to be good. I can't wait to see. Because we were just talking about how that fight was, and BINK has said on multiple occasions, like he'll be wearing that shirt and people will come up to him not knowing that he's BINK. And it'd be like, oh, man, that's Diego Corrales. What up, man? That fight. They'd stop him and wherever he is, talk to him about that fight. And then when we were at Merlin Live, we worked the card, and people were like stopping us about that shirt. We sold so many of them daggone shirts because people just wanted to. Oh, we like y'all. Oh, that's Diego Corrales, and they wanted that. So, yeah, man, they couldn't be on a better guy, man. So we proud to give you that, brother.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
And remember, reach out to me whenever you need anything, man.
Oh, yeah,
it's all
definitely.
love,
you know,
I'm proud of you, man.
It's your phone, man. Check up on you, definitely.
Definitely, brother. Definitely, man. So we already know you're going to go ahead, train, go rest your legs, and get ready for tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and get you out of here, brother. Oh, real quick, got to hit social media joint. Go ahead, shout it out, boss.
Oh, yeah, y'all can follow me at TechATrey __. That's the only social media I got on Instagram, TechATrey __.
And if you, and I'm telling y'all, you know, I'm not just saying this because he's from my bloodline from Hillcrest. Like he's turning that corner as a good prospect. The way he conduct, and then on top of that, the way he conducts himself, then you'll be proud to watch this guy and see how he represents the city, yo. And that's from me.
Appreciate it.
It's all good, man. Now I gotta get you out of here. We gotta get you to sign them love, brother. Go ahead.
Sure.
Have you signed an autograph before?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Right, so now go ahead. So this one, damn, I want to be the first. Damn. Well, all right, here we go. Got this one.
I was born for this. always knew I was the one, didn't know when my time was gonna come. On for this, gotta be the voice for the youth, won't stop.
And I can keep this, I can keep the bass on, right? And I can stay on even when I'm on the game. Oh, that.
Just what you're doing now.